At Mental4Moto, our mission is to give the unsung heroes of Aussie motocross a voice, from grassroots racing right through to the biggest events in the country, sharing the stories you won't hear anywhere else. From the privateer chasing the dream, to the junior rider who is pushing for their first win, the mechanic who works late into the night to get the bike ready for race day, to the track builder who turns a pile of dirt into a work of art. This is the beating heart of our sport. We're able to bring these stories every week to thousands of Aussie Moto fans thanks to the generous sponsors who share our vision. If you're interested in the advertising packages that we have available, or just want to show your support, please check out our website, www.mental4moto.com/partnerships, and we can tailor a package to suit your needs. Now, let's get on with the show.
There were times I was lost, dark had fear, couldn't see through the rain. In the end it was clear, hit the fan. I was more than one man who was there to lend a hand. Together we'd stand, always had my back, my guardian soldier. Team pulled together, united we conquer. Blessed is he who in the name of charity carry me when I'm weak straight through the valley of darkness. Pitch blackness, the heartless, regardless, fear couldn't part us. Thick and thin, there by my side. At times we collide, but in the end we ride. Thick and thin, there by my side. At times we collide, but in the end we ride. We ride, 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 ride. I am my brother's keeper. Keep on holding strong. United we stand, divided we fall. Together we belong. I am my brother's keeper. Keep on holding strong. United we stand, divided we fall. Together we belong. I am my brother's keeper. I am my brother's keeper. I am my brother's keeper.
Welcome back, Moto fans. We have got a great show lined up for you today. Before we get into it, I'd like to give a quick shout out to our partners here at Mental4Moto. Wonthaggi Motorcycles and Power Equipment, Fastline Suspension, Wolf Building Compliance, and the September sponsor of our motocross and supercross wall calendars, Southeast Pools. All right, in the Moto Asylum today, we have Honda Racing Australia's factory mechanic, Cam Robertson, better known as Rooster. Welcome to the Moto Asylum, Cam.
How you going? You're good to be here, finally.
Well, to break the ice, mate, where'd the nickname come from?
Oh, okay. So this is a little bit of a story. I tried to, with my baldness, I tried to grow a ponytail. Not a long, but just a little ponytail on top of my head. And the New Zealand mechanics, because I hadn't met most of them because I hadn't been at the factory for a little while, and there's only a couple of boys who knew who I was. Anyways, I walk in and said g'day to them, and went away. And I get to the racetrack in round one, and they go, "Oh, do you mind if we call you Rooster?" I said, "Why?" And they go, "Because we can't remember your name." And, you know, your ponytail. I thought, "Rooster." I went, "I don't care. Call me whatever you like." So Rooster's just stuck. I mean, mechanics call me Rooster. The truck drivers call me Rooster. Yarrive calls me Robbo, and that's everyone else Rooster except for Yarrive. He's Robbo. So, which gets a bit confusing because we have Logan Robertson on the team as well, and they call him Robbo. So we both look around sometimes. But it's normally a different tone when they call my name to his, so I know when they're calling him and not me.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I've known you for a couple of years, but I knew you as Cam, and I knew there was a mechanic at Honda called Rooster.
Yeah.
But it was only at the start of this year that I put the two and two together and realised that you were Rooster.
Well, it used to be Rob Dog. That's got named by a guy called Kevin Spark when I was at Bacchus Marsh. And I don't know, it just came up with Rob Dog, and it sort of stuck then, but since the Kiwi mechanics have come over, it's been Rooster. So they're funny guys. So it's all good. I'll go by what they call me. So,
well, you've done a lot in the industry over quite a long period of time. So we'll get into that a little bit. But just to start off, so this year you worked for Honda Racing Australia as a mechanic for Wilson Todd.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about that. Like, how was your season this year?
No, it was quite good. Like, Wilson started the season off pretty injured, as everyone knows. I think he busted some ribs and fractured his shin.
Yeah, and that was after the burn on his thigh as well.
Yeah, that was after the burn. The burn was last year, so Yeah, as we were talking just off air earlier, it was a little bit horrific, and I was supposed to mechanic for. Well, I was told I was supposed to mechanic for Wilson at Supercross last year, but that never happened. And but this year I finally got my chance, which is good. Like he wants what he wants, and that's fine. You know what I mean? We sort of built throughout the year.
Yeah.
We had a bit of a drama at round 2 because I missed round 1 with Wilson because I'm mechanic for Mikayla Nielsen from the United States. They swapped me and Brody Waters around just for that one round.
That was for the Oceania Women's Cup at Wonthaggi?
Yeah. And that was good. But yeah, round 1 we had trouble getting his start button in, and he's got sore ribs and he's pushing down on the handlebars, and I kept missing the button, and he ended up getting the shit with me. He goes, don't worry about it, I'll do it myself. So for the whole day, you see him ride off to practice, he flick it in. Sorry, not practice, first moto. He just going down to the start gate. I watched him, he's jumped on the brakes and flicked it in with his boot.
Yep.
Okay.
Take some skill.
And, because we're running city boots this year, so a little bit different boots, so they had a little bit of trouble doing that at the start, but the boys worked it out. I think Kyle was doing it as well.
Yep.
And yeah, so just for that round, he said, "No, I'm not doing it. Piss off." So I sort of got,
bit of a rocky start.
And sort of like, here we go. He sort of doesn't trust me, and the rider's got to have your trust.
Yep. And
like throughout the year, I mean, I just sort of got a little bit overawed because, like, I've never mechanic for an Australian champion before, and that's like, normally when I'm mechanic, I get a lot of American riders that come over and whatnot, but I'd never done a motocross mechanic job for an Australian champion, and that's sort of, wow, you know what I mean?
Yep.
They trust me to do this, and I sort of, it took me a little bit to get my head around it because I thought, well, Mark Sladek and Yarrive wouldn't have let me do it if they didn't think I could do it. So once I got that in my head, I was fine. So it's a couple of little hiccups along the way, and, like Wilson made it hard for me at Warwick. He had this tendency to come down like a minute before he had to be out on for practice. He had to be at the start gate. So we've got to do race sag. So anyway, he's come down, and I've got the bike on the back of the on the tailgate of the truck. Got it all level. He jumps on it, and he's not hurrying me up, but I could see he wanted me to hurry up, and I needed to take 2 turns out of the shock. So anyway, I'm just undone the shock, and because we've got the quick release shock on him, and I started doing it up. And he goes, "You're doing it up." I went, "Oh shit, sorry." So I hadn't done it, and I guessed, and I got it bang on. So it's not like I didn't know what I was doing. He was pushing me, and I was sort of like, "Oh shit, I've got to get it right." He's an Australian champion, you know what I mean? But after Warwick, we were fine, you know what I mean? It's like everything else sort of started to fall into place.
Yeah.
The last couple of rounds, I think, what was Warwick, round 4?
5.
So 6, 7, and 8 was heaps better.
Yeah.
Like he started getting better. He started riding good at Warwick.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
First moto, he got a lot of arm pump. Second moto, we're on the headsets, and I heard Mark Slade go, "Why can't he ride like this all the time?" And like he did good. Like, it took him probably a little bit to get his confidence back after, because we had a bit of a mishap at the SA titles. Something went wrong with the bike, and that's how we got the injury. So yeah, it took him a little bit of time to get his confidence in us and the bike. You know what I mean? So after Warwick, we were all sweet. You know what I mean? So round 6 was, what was that? I can't remember. Canberra. Well, Canberra started, nice and wet, freezing cold, and everything went good there. He started to really put in some good lap times, and he ran up the front with Kyle and that. I think he still finished 3rd, but his first podium for the year.
And first podium on the 450 as well.
Yeah. So, and all the boys going, "Oh, is that your first 450 podium?" I went, Yep. I was pretty rapt, because you've been there, like where the signboard area is, all the way to where the presentation is. I hightailed it.
You ran past me.
Yeah, I was pumping. It was really good, and got up there, and he was happy, and not as happy as he should have been, like he wanted to be, but he was happy he got on the box.
Yep.
And then Toowoomba, he actually won a race. Unfortunately, that race we didn't have Jed because of what happened to him, which is unfortunate for the competition, and the MX1 class. But, yeah, him and Kyle were battling away there at Toowoomba, and, yeah, I think he might have got third or fourth. I can't remember what he got in the first moto. But we knew he had more. He was still a little bit tight. We didn't change his bike from Warwick. We didn't change anything on it, except for the last round. We'll get to that. So go to Toowoomba, freezing cold, and last moto, I could see him. He's sitting behind Luke Clout, and I've gone, he's going to win this. He just kept pushing, and I think he ran through a puddle, and like Luke had tear-offs and not roll-offs, and the water just went straight through the whole lot, so Luke couldn't see.
Yeah.
So Wilson got past him, but he just pulled away. I've gone, this is good. He still got third again, which I know he wasn't happy with, but he had his new girlfriend with him this time, so he was happy. You know what I mean? So come last round, I don't know. I just had this feeling through the week because we stayed up there, and like I like to work on his bike because I know what's done to it. Because in the past, I'm not blaming anyone, but some things have gone wrong, and I feel like it's my fault, even though the boys look after it in the factory. But they've got a lot to do. You know what I mean? Something undoubtedly will go wrong at some point. So I thought, better if I stay up there.
So what sort of, just to interrupt briefly, but what's sort of the process then on, say, on race day or the day before race day for you? Do you have to check over the whole bike and see what they've done?
So Friday's set up, so we don't even get the bikes out. Just get the awnings up, floor down, and if you've seen the Honda setup, it's massive. It takes us a long time to get it set up.
It's huge,
Now we've got the coffee machine, which is great because we don't have to go looking for coffee. And there's grouse. I need a coffee. Yep, sweet. Brings me over my arm and latte. I'm happy. She does so many coffees, that girl. She does a good job. Then Saturday, we get there, have breakfast at some cafe that Yarrive picks or Kobe picks. And we have breakfast there, then straight to the track, unload the bikes, start working on the bikes, just go over the whole lot. I mean, you don't really need to do it, but you have to do it, you know what I mean? Because they've been sitting in the truck. It's been 3 or 4 days since anyone's touched them. So I like to go over it anyway, make sure everything's right.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get everything right, change what we have to change if we need changing. Like Wilson will come and go, oh, no, can you do this for us? Yep, sweet, I'll go and do that. And it's not like he's a pain in the arse or nothing because that's what we get paid to do.
Yeah, of course.
We work for Yarrive, but we work for the rider. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. Whatever the rider wants, if I can give it to him, he'll get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how I work. And I've been taught by people, which we'll name them man in a minute, on what I have to do. That's how I got started to do mechanicking. So we'll talk to him in the next part of it about him. And, we changed a couple of things, and that's it. Like QMP, like I said, I had a good feeling because I went over the bike when we were staying at one of the sponsors' places. That was good. It was like a lot of cleaning because, like, as you know, Toowoomba was so muddy.
Yeah, that was a shit show.
I cleaned the bike, then I cleaned it again when we got on the Monday. Was it Monday? No, it was Tuesday before we got to clean the bikes. So we had to clean. Well, the boys cleaned it all up. I actually got a little bit sick, so I didn't really do much on the Monday. Tuesday, though, cleaned the bikes. I couldn't believe how much mud was still on it. And when I go over, I like my bike to be clean.
Yeah, of course.
I don't like a dirty bike at all. So anyway, we got all that done, and I just said to the boys during the week, I'm going to do that thing that Jet Lawrence does. You know, that
yes.
What do you call him? I can't remember the name of it now, but anyway,
the dance.
The dance on the end of the boat. I'm going to do that if Wilson wins because I reckon he's going to win. And sure enough, he's second in the first moto. Like Nathan cleared out by the time Wilson got around Kyle. So knowing Wilson, like he was towards the end, he was faster than Nathan. So I thought, second moto would be good. You know, then we had a little bit of a mishap with Alex's bike. So Yarrive's come over to both me and Declan, Kyle's mechanic, said, look, you're not washing the bikes because something's gone wrong with Alex's bike. We don't want the same thing to happen.
Just like water in electrics.
Water in electrics or something like that. We don't want that to happen. So me and Declan looked at each other and gone, what do we do? The radio's are clogged full of bloody mud and shit. So anyway, we started to do it behind the truck. And then Mark's ran around the back and going, Slutty, he goes, don't do it here. You'll get disqualified. Don't do it here. So anyway, I don't know what Yarrive was doing, but he didn't see us. We went down there. We cleaned the radiators and the tyres, but didn't get water on anything else. And I walked the bike back up, and I've gone, this thing, I cannot take the bike down looking like this.
Yeah.
It done my head in. But all I could do was use the froth dry wash in the green bottle, and that works grouse, on the seat and the plastics and whatever else.
Wipe it all down.
Get what we could off it, and took it up to the gate because it's good we don't have to check tyre pressures because we run Moose's front and rear. So
I didn't know that. Yep.
Yeah. We run Moose's front and rear, so on the 450s. So that's one job we don't have to do.
Yeah.
Once the Mooses are done, that's it. Just checked it over, made sure it was right. He jumps on it, and I've just looked at it and I've gone, oh, it's terrible. I just couldn't deal with it, going to the line dirty.
Yeah.
Anyway, got up there, done his sight lap, had struggled to put his bloody start button in because what happened between practice and Super Pole, I had to put take his race forks out and put his practice bike forks in. And that was a bit of a rush because we don't have much time. Once the 450 start, you get stuff all the time for the rest of the day. So we had to pull them forks out and put his practice bike forks in. He goes, no, I want them.
Just because of the way they were feeling and the way the track was.
He wasn't happy with the way the bike was feeling, which was fine. And we talked about it. Yeah, we talked about it, and like it was just too stiff. You know what I mean? So we talked about it. He goes, no, I want these in my bike. So Mark looked at me and goes, all right, off we go. So
and it was just the forks?
Just the forks. Didn't change the shock. We didn't change the shock. The only thing we did with the shock was just I've had to change it throughout the year each time when we do a sag at the start of the day. I don't know if he was eating something or making a bit heavier for the 450 or what. I don't know. But some days I'd have to tighten it. Some days I'd have to loosen it. So it just depended on what he'd been eating throughout the weeks leading up to these rounds. Anyway, we put the forks in. I didn't change the start button. I noticed it after I put the forks in. I'm going, start button's buggered on this thing. Like just the hook.
Yeah.
And I've gone, shit. Oh, I'm going to just have to deal with it now. I can't pull it out again. I haven't got time.
As in the whole shot button?
The whole shot button,
yeah.
So I've got it in. Oh, we got it down there. I just couldn't get the damn thing in for his sight lap for Moto 1. Because he did Super Pole on it, and I think he got second in Super Pole. I think he qualified fastest.
Yeah.
Throughout for a practice qualifying, he got fastest, which was good. And obviously Kirk was always going to put in his best effort for his last, Kirk Gibbs that is, for his last race. So Kirk pipped him, which was good to see for Kirk.
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, it was great. And it sort of set the weekend off, I suppose. Like, he's just, once those forks are in, he was just on it.
He was comfortable.
Yeah. And, like, he won the last moto, and it was funny because I'm just looking at Declan, and, like, we stayed apart because I always get in his way, he gets in my way. So this time I thought, no, he's over there, I'm over here. Anyway, I'm getting yelled at because my pit board touched the ground a couple of times and your roof could see it from the top of the truck. He's yelling at me and I'm going, oh, shit, I didn't know, sorry. So this is in Moto 1. So, yeah, I picked that back up. Anyway, he's got like a 3-4 second lead on Kyle. And I've gone, oh, was it only 5 minutes to go or something? Comes around on the start straight and drops it. I've gone, oh, here we go. No. He needed, if he got second, he still would have got third in the championship.
Yes.
And that's what we're going for. Unfortunately, with Jed being out, if he got those results, he could pass Jed for third. Nothing at Jed, don't get me wrong, great guy. But, yeah, he fell back, Kyle passed him. Kyle got a bit of a gap, and, like, we were trying to find out how long it was to go because it's so hard at QMP because there's no internet service. And my phone was dropping in and out, so I didn't know how long to go. And Yarrive's gone, 2 laps to go. And I've gone, okay. Then they've gone over the finish line, and the last lap board was out. I didn't know, and already had 2 laps on his board, so I just scrubbed it off and just left it there because he doesn't look at his pit board anyway.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But he was in the last moto because he was tired. That was a funny thing about it. Anyway, I said to him after the moto, anyway, second last lap, he's caught up to Kyle, which is the last lap.
Yes.
And Kyle made that mistake, just ran a bit wide, just on the final corner, and Wilson had closed enough on him to duck up the inside. And he said to me, he goes, I saw the gap, I'm going, stuff it, I'm going for it.
Oh.
And I was walking back, so he got second, but he's got third overall. Then I saw this bike jump in the air, and then Kyle followed him. I've gone, oh, yes. So I knew he won the day because, I think Nathan finished third or fourth or something.
Yeah, yep.
So I knew he won the day. So as you saw in the celebrations afterwards, I did the dance. Idiot.
That was very cool.
So it was that was the year. Like, it got better as the year went on, especially for Wilson, because he started building, and as we know, he's on a 250 now for Supercross, and Noah Ferguson's actually mechanicking for him.
Yep.
For Supercross, because they all live up there, so it sort of makes sense.
He had that pass lined up, that last lap pass.
Yeah, he knew he was going to do it.
That uphill step up. Like 2
fast.
corners to go.
He was fast.
I reckon he would have gained 6 bike lengths on Kyle there.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, because I was filming
Yeah.
like all the media guys, the end of the race, it's the end of the championship. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, he's going to have a crack.
Yeah.
And then, like when you said Kyle's mistake, I think that was more just a mental faux pas than anything else.
Like, I won it.
Correct, yep.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's like, because I had on his pit board, like, with 3 laps to go, I just left it on there. Be smart.
Yeah.
Be smart. As if, because I didn't want him to sort of, and he wouldn't have done it anyway. He wouldn't have taken Kyle out, but mistakenly taking him out. I said, be smart about it. So
I know with Wilbur, a lot of people were expecting him to sort of be super fast and a contender straight off the bat. That easing into the championship this year, do you think that was like on the basis of the injuries he'd had or just getting used to the 450?
No, look, Wilson's ridden a 450 before and done quite well.
Yeah.
I think he did it in Albury a couple of years ago.
AMX Open here a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Oh, he can ride a 450. That wasn't that. It was the injury.
Yep.
His injuries. He's just working into round 1. That's because I did mechanic for him, like I said, from round 1. But then in between round 1 and 2, he got injured again. And then, because I said to him at dinner, I said, "You're going to ride tomorrow?" And he goes, "Yep." I've gone, "Okay." I said, "You sure?" Because I don't want to see you get any more hurt than what you are. I sort of, wrong thing to say, but that's the type of person I am. I sort of want to look after him. I said to him, "Look, if you're going to ride, I'm there. I'm with you 100%. So he said, "Yeah, I'm riding," and he saw how well he rode with bloody cracked shin and busted ribs.
Yeah, tough.
Thing is, like, I don't know what he's doing next year. I don't know if he's going to stay on the 450 or not. I know Yarrive wants him to stay on the 450, but he's got it. I don't know. Like, he can run with Jed and Kyle.
I agree.
100% he can run with them. And, like, because he's taller, I mean, I know he can throw that 250 around like it's nobody's business, and he's very good on a 250, but I reckon he's probably just as good on a 450. Yeah, I hope he stays. I did talk to Ford Dale, his coach, and he goes, he's not sure what he's going to do yet for next year.
And I think that the end of the season proved that, Cole was riding really well. Crawford was on his game.
Yeah.
And Wilson Todd has proven he's a podium guy and a race winner.
Yeah, I think the only lull I thought with his racing this year was Terrelgan. I don't think he rode as good as what he could have ridden. So
in what way? Because
I mean, he looked flat for me. You know what I mean? Like the other rounds, even like when he was injured, he's like, look, he's up and going. Like first moto, he was pushing the bike, he was going around all right. Then I don't know. The second moto, I don't know. He just didn't seem like the guy that I'd seen start to progress.
Yes,
you know what I mean. I could be wrong, but just that's my vision of what I saw. I mean, I've ridden. Oh shit! How long have I been riding for? Since I was 16. I'm 58 now, so I've been riding a long time. I mean, I did have a couple of years off, but yeah. Just from what I've seen, I mean, I watch AMA and stuff like that, and I could see little things, but not
just that lack of intensity.
Yeah, just that, you can tell when a guy's on it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I just didn't think he was on it. So, but that's just my thoughts on that one. So
Yeah. Off the bike, what's Wilson like? I mean, as a media guy for me, he's a little bit of an enigma. I've interviewed him a few times, and
he's funny.
He's always gracious, like he'll do the interview.
Yeah.
But as soon as we start, he has very little to say.
He's like Justin Brayton.
Yeah. Oh, no, Brayton will talk though.
He will talk.
Yeah.
But, in between motos, he won't come out.
Yep.
He goes and sits in. Did you see his post at Montague? Tarragon?
I don't
He's
think
sitting
so.
up the top of the truck. He goes, he did an interview. Maybe it was with you or something. I don't know. He did an interview after the race. He goes, this is what people see. Then he was like this, his lounge like spread out up the top of the truck. And this is what everyone else, like everyone on the team sees. And that's what he is. He likes to keep to himself.
Yeah. What's it like being his mechanic though? Obviously, as a mechanic, you want to have a fair bit of communication between yourself and the rider to know what they want.
Yeah.
Like, how's that communication go?
With Wilson, it's hard.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't talk a lot. So, I don't know. I found it hard at the start. Like, I didn't really say much to him all year. He knows what he has to do. He doesn't need me telling him. You know what I mean? I just reiterate stuff that he knows that he can do. And I know he can do it. He knows he can do it. I think at Warwick, Yarrive got into us all, like all mechanics. Just get him, make the riders, get him to go faster, blah, blah, blah. I walked up to the line, and hopefully Yarrive doesn't hear this. I said, Yarrive's told us to get India. I'm not going to do that. I said, you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what to do. And that's it. And he rode well. That's the second moto.
That kind of is telling him to go out.
That is telling him. But,
yeah.
I'm indirectly telling him what to do, but I'm not. I said, no need for me to tell you what to do.
Yeah. So is that a part of your role? I mean, you see it like with, your riders like, especially like Deegan, with his relationship.
Duffy, I've worked with Brent before. Yeah.
Yeah, with Duffy. How much of your role day to day is, motivating the rider, that the emotional and mental side as opposed to working on the bike as well? Or do you sort of try to keep away from that?
I try and keep away from it. It's like these guys on the 450s, like the top 4 or 5 guys, they know what they have to do when they go out there. They don't like being beaten.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that I can say, I don't think, that's going to make them go any harder because they just want to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, at the gate, I just, let's do it, blah, blah, blah. I know you can do it. Just believe in yourself. Get that start, off you go. And towards the end of the season, that's what he did. I mean, he starts with on point all year.
Yes.
Yeah, he's always been a good starter. So I can't knock him for his starts. I'm just glad he got a really good start in Moto 1. Otherwise, he would have been hit by a flying cowie.
Oh, that was absolutely insane.
Yeah, I know.
We've spoken about that on the podcast before, but yeah.
I just felt sorry for Luke because he's such a nice guy and he just seems to have all the shit luck.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's definitely had a bad run the last probably 2 or 3 years with just random things happening.
2 or 3 years, longer than that.
Yeah.
Especially when he started with CDR, he was pushing Brayton at Geelong one year and he just pushed too hard on that hard track and lost it. And I think he would have beat Justin that night.
Yeah.
At Geelong. He's just pushed too hard. He's just that's another story. I have had chats with his brother about it, but whether he relays it or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but they're good guys, both of him and his brother. So,
on race day,
yeah.
I've always been curious. Like, I've got an idea of what's involved in getting the bike ready, and obviously afterwards and cleaning it up and stuff. But for you guys under the pit tent or under the truck. What's involved between the races? Like, what are you doing to the bikes between the races? Are you changing wheels, tyres, clutches, anything like that?
Yeah, I didn't. Wilson's pretty good on his clutch. I didn't have to change that at all throughout the season in between races. So he's very easy on the clutch, which is good. I felt sorry for Declan because he changed Kyle's clutch after Super Pole. Then he changed it again after Moto 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but Declan's really good at what he does. So,
yep.
But yeah, no, just go clean the bike. Obviously, as clean as you can get it in the shortest amount of time, because we only get an hour and a bit in between everything. So we get it clean. Like me and Declan always race each other to try and get them clean and get them back to the thing. he always wins because he knows he's got to do a clutch. So he's off. He's gone. I just take a little bit longer because I like to get all the mud off as much as that I can see that's on the bike, and then sort of dry it off, go over take all the air out of the forks. Don't have to check tyre pressures, which is good because that's the last thing we do. Just forks, make sure they're right. Just go over all the nuts and bolts on the bike pretty much. Just make sure they're all torqued to the right spec.
So you're not doing tyres between motos?
No need.
Yep.
We've got spare tyres on different wheels. So I got in trouble at Traralgon because we had a mud tyre on, and I took it off and put a paddle on for the last one because we were going to do it. Like I said, Declan, we're going to change it. He goes, yeah, we're going to change it. So I changed mine. Then I got a phone call during the week. Why did you put the paddle on his bike? I said, well, when I spoke to Declan, he said we were going to change him. And he goes, no, don't change him. I went, all right. He goes, now we've got none for Manjimup. I went, oh, shit. Sorry. But I want to give my rider the best opportunity to win a race.
Of course, yeah.
And being on a factory team, I know I've got limitations to what I can use. I didn't think tyres were one of them, but anyway.
I was going to say, I would not have assumed that there wouldn't be an endless supply of tyres for you guys. But pretty much.
We seem to run a lot of paddles this year.
Yeah.
So that was, I don't think you even envisaged that we were going to use so many paddles. So we wouldn't have ordered that many paddles. That's hence the reason don't use the paddles. So, but yeah, he goes, now we haven't got a tyre. I said, it's Manjimup. It's not it's not nationals.
Yeah.
He didn't spin it up on the gate or nothing. Well, actually, he did. He did spin it up. That's why I was spewing when I put it on. He just spun the crap out of it on the gate, and I've gone, oh shit, just to get the heat into it.
Yeah, of course.
So I thought, I'm in trouble. But anyway, that was that. Nothing much was said after that. So, but yeah, just over all the nuts and bolts, torque the triple clamps, make sure his handlebars are tight, just all the bolts, especially the ones that get used, like the axle nut on the front and rear, pinch bolts on the front, head stem bolts, all that sort of stuff. Everything that gets hammered during a race, swing arm bolt, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Linkages, engine hangers, they seem to come loose every now and then. Not often, but every now and then they do come loose. And just adjust the chain. Really lube it up, clean it up, shine it up, and try and get it looking like brand new again.
Are you like stressed on race day? Because obviously there's two aspects there. There's a massive responsibility.
There is.
In terms of the rider's safety that's in your hands, but also just the timeliness of getting the job done as well. Is it stressful?
Yes and no. Like last round, it was, I don't know. I didn't feel any stress other than, this is Wilson Todd I'm mechanicking for. That's the only stress I felt for pretty much the whole year. Probably the last race at QMP, I was a bit stressed. Because I didn't get to clean the bike, that stressed me out as well.
Yeah. And that's obviously a big thing for you. I've picked that up already.
Yeah. But, yeah, just last race, knowing that he could win the day, that stressed me out a little because I've never been in that position before. That was my first overall win as a mechanic in MX1.
Yeah.
So normally I'm, as you know, you've seen before, I'm normally mechanic for the girls. So I'm sort of was wrapped. I got an opportunity to do MX1 this year.
Yeah,
So
it's huge. That's unreal.
that's like jumping from nothing. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing against the girls. It's jumping from the little league to the big boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The girls deserve everything they get. You know what I mean? They've worked hard to get what they've got. And they should get more, in my opinion. They should be on TV.
Totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that opens a question that I had for you anyway. Do you think that one of the MX1 or the first MX1 moto should be before lunch? And it's something that's come up? No.
No, MX1 should be on TV all day. MX2, my opinion, should be on TV all day. One MX1 and one MX3 on TV. That's my opinion.
Yep.
And I have actually asked.
And an MXW as well?
MXW.
Yep.
Sorry, MXW and MX3.
Yep.
Or alternate them. MX3 go on TV when the girls aren't racing. When the girls are racing, WMX gets on TV.
Yeah, I agree with that. I've spoken about that on the podcast before.
That's my opinion, and I think both MX2 races should be on TV straight after lunch.
Yep.
That's my opinion. Because it's like the best MX2 riders in Australia, the best MX1 riders in Australia. Nothing against the MX3 guys, because there's some really good kids in there. Need to be looked at. You know what I mean? But there is webcasts for that you can watch.
My view on that was always like, MX1 and MXW, they're the two premier classes, the guys and the
correct.
girls.
Yeah.
And for the MX3 guys, like, it's hard because sometimes they have some of the best racing, but they're also young and they're going to get their opportunity.
Yeah.
So, they'll get their opportunity to be on TV when they get to MX2. So I sort of feel the same way. I think the girls should definitely get an opportunity to be on TV.
Well, when I mechanic for Talia 2 years ago, the second last round at QMP, it was probably my mistake more than hers that she didn't win, because I couldn't get times up on my phone and I didn't know how long it was to go. And she always said to me, 5 minutes to go, let me know.
Yeah.
Because that's when she pushes. Coming back from World Women's, that's what they used to do. So that's how she wanted to race, but she never sprinted at the start, which we tried to get her to do. It just didn't work. But yeah, it's like after that second race, obviously, was it the second race? No, the first race when Charlie crashed.
Yes. Yeah, and she bent her. The rotor.
Her disc. One of our guys actually kicked the crap out of it and fixed it for her because the front wheel wouldn't move.
Yeah.
So, but they reckon that whole day. They reckon that was the best women's racing they've ever seen, and it was the best racing of the day was the women's race. And I was wrapped. It's like, that's really good for the girls.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that was a very, very cool day.
Mm. No. That was probably it was nice and warm too. Not like this year, it was cold.
So I've got to ask, and I'll preface this with saying it's hard to be in a leadership position for a team owner or a team manager.
Yep.
So someone like Yarrive, you're going to rub people the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to rub people the right way.
Yeah.
It's a very complex and demanding role.
Yeah, you have no idea what stress he's under.
Yeah, and he's a super, super passionate guy.
Yeah.
So what's it like, working under the truck with Yarrive?
Yeah, Yarrive's good.
Yep.
Like, he has his moments, but like at the end of the day, like you're there to do a job, and he expects you to do it. You know what I mean? He puts you out there. He pays you to do a job. It's like any job, that you do. You get paid to do a job, you do it. But like Yarrive's very passionate, like you said. He pulls us up at the top of the truck on a Friday night or a Saturday night after dinner, and he goes, "This is what I want." He goes through everybody.
Yep.
Everybody, even the truck drivers. They don't cop it, but he puts down what he expects for the day.
Yes.
And what he expects is, like, Honda want to win. Yarrive wants to win. We all want to win.
The sponsors want you to win.
Want you to win, right? And Yarrive he pushes us to be better. Like we do, he's not unhappy with us ever. He just pushes us each week to be better than we were last week, and that's what it's like.
It's a champion mindset.
And if you take offence to the way he talks to you, take a teaspoon of cement.
Yeah, you're in the wrong place.
You're in the wrong place. You know what I mean? Because, like, I don't know. Like, I've known Yarrive for a long time, and, mate, he's the nicest person you'll ever meet. He will do anything for you. And I've known from years gone past, he's helped so many people out, and they've just shit on him. Then they bag him. And they go, he's whatever they call him. I go, hang on a minute. What did he give you? And what did he ask him for in return? Nothing. Just if he speaks to you, you got to be nice to him. I mean, you don't have to be, really kiss his feet, but interact with him, you know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't know, like I've been at a lot of race meetings, like outside of nationals, like state rounds, regional rounds, and they go to me, "Oh, you work for Yarrive?" I went, "Yeah." "Oh, don't work for him." I said, "Why?" And they go, "Oh, he's this, he owes that." And I said, "Mate, okay, he might owe this and he might owe that, but what about the people that owe him?"
Yeah, of course.
And that far outweighs what he owes other people. You know what I mean? So you got to know both sides of the story. Don't look at him and go, he's that sort of person. He's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, utmost respect for him. What he's done for the sport, no one's done it. I don't care what anyone says. I mean, Daka does a great job for the sport, but I'm sorry, Craig, Yarrive does more.
Yeah. And sort of what Yarrive's done, especially in recent years, you could almost say it's equivalent to almost what Mitch Payton did in the US, when Pro Circuit was at their peak. Yeah. He's certainly on that trajectory.
Mate, he doesn't even own a house. He sleeps in his factory.
Yeah.
So you tell me where all his money goes. He goes to the mechanics, it goes to the riders, it goes to running his team. And his team comes first.
Yep.
Doesn't matter, his team comes first. So that's, to me, I don't have a problem. Yeah, he tells me off at times. But, I might get, walk off in a half. 5 minutes later, I'm fine.
Yeah.
He'll come and ask me to do something else. But he'll look at you with this look on his face like he's going to kill you. And to me now, over the years, I've sort of known he just wants me to do something.
Yeah.
But he comes across in your Yarrive way. You know what I mean? You just got to get used to it. It's like I said, take a teaspoon of cement, harden up, and you'll be sweet. You know what I mean? I haven't got a problem with him. Over the years, I'm in and out of the team all the time, as you probably know. Like, Yarrive calls me when he's stuck, I'll just help him. I'll stop riding, stop racing, and go and help him. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I like doing both. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love riding. But just as I'm getting older, I'm sort of getting more into just wanting to mechanic for blokes. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not a qualified mechanic, right? But over the years, Yarrive's noticed what I've done over the years to my own bikes and stuff. And he's gone,
That's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing, and he's sort of kept me on. Like, when I first started, which is probably going to be a question, when I first started, it was Mike Lamman and Scott Lamman that got me into the job.
So how long ago was that?
2013 or 14, I think. I can't remember exactly. So, yeah, I just asked Mike if he needed a hand on the team, and he asked Yarrive, and Yarrive, I don't know what Yarrive said, but next thing I knew, I rocked up at, where was the first round I went to? I can't even remember now. I should remember that. Don't know. It was one of the motocross meetings anyway. Cody Cooper was on the team and Ben Townley were on the team.
Yeah. But,
yeah, I just rocked up then and just helped out. Did all the stuff that the young boys do now. Mind you, I was already in my 40s. But I was still doing what he needed me to do, run around and all that sort of stuff. But, yeah, that's where it started. You know what I mean? And since then, we've just progressed. So, I mean, I've worked with some good riders, and all of them have been good. None of them have been, some are hard, some are easy. The easiest ones are the girls. Well, when I say that, they are and they're not. You know what I mean? They don't have their girly hissy fits or anything like that. They're just, a lot of them know what they want.
Yeah, of course.
And you've got to give it to them. So, and the girls' parts were limited. Now they're not so much limited. But, yeah, then the girls sort of crack it. Oh, why can't we have this? Why can't we have that? And that's the only hard part about the girls. But now it's all different.
Yep.
Yarrive puts them on the same level as the boys. So, but, yeah, I sort of, where did I start? I started with Louis Woods. He's my first. That was, I think, Blair Meyer, who's now back in New Zealand. He was on the team with Mike Lamman. They're the two I was introduced to on the team. Blair said that Yarrive had a mechanic coming from Queensland for Louis. And I've been mates with Louis Woods for years. Then he didn't turn up in time, so Blair goes, come here. I'm going, what? He goes, you're mechanicing for Louis. I'm going, oh, shit. Really? That sort of out of left field, I sort of, a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went, oh, okay. And that was only a one-round thing because poor guy broke his femur and on the second night. Like, he was running with Gavin Faith at the time because Gavin was there. He was running the same lap times as Gavin Faith. And I'm going, oh, how good's this? And Louis was really good, but he was really fussy. If he had a bent handle on stem on the bars, like head stem bar, or whatever it is. Anyway, he must have dropped it in the corner and not told us. And he jumped on the bike and goes, "This is out of mill. I need it fixed." And Mike's looked at me and gone, "Just bash the bars, it'll be right. Just twist it." I got on it and I could feel it.
Yeah,
but I'm not really that picky. I can ride with something like that. But Louis is real fussy. Anything like that. And then his sister rocks up, Mark Grove rocks up. "Ha, you're mechanicing for Louis, I heard." I went, "Yep." And they go, "Good luck with that." Start laughing and walking off. So that night went good. Actually, the first night, Saturday night, went really good. I think Louis finished second to Gavin. And, he surprised everybody. And the next night, he was doing good in practice qualifying. Race 1, I think it was. It might have even been the last practice. The yellow flags went up, and I saw Louis' bike fly in the air. I went, "Oh." So I walked over, and I got told off. And, I looked at him, he goes, I go, "Oh, shit, he's broken his femur." So that night, Chad Reed was their hero, Chad Reed.
Yeah.
And he was on Hondas then, so he was at the truck. But Mike Lehman's going to me, "I've got to go to the hospital with Louis." And he was, I don't know who he was mechanicking for, one of the 450 boys, I can't remember who it was. He goes, "No, I can't do it. I just have to go to the hospital with him. It's my job," because he's sort of doing Mark Sladek's job as well as mechanicking. I said, "No," I said, "You've taught me, my rider, my responsibility." So I went to the hospital with Louis, stayed there all night, and Chad was at the truck. Oh, no. And then once before, he'd been at the truck as well, and I missed him. So, is what it is. Maybe one day.
I don't think you were missing too much.
No. It was just something that was a bucket list, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before I started mechanicking, he was on Cowie. He was at one of the Australian rounds, and I think he was in Geelong. And I went over I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I thought, "I'm allowed to take a photo of his bike or what?" I didn't. Then Ali walked out, and I've gone, "Oh, shit. I know why he's married to her." And she's like, they're both tiny.
Yeah.
Chad's, I think, my height, and Ali's shorter. And I've gone, wow, I thought he was taller. I honestly did. But, yeah, I sort of didn't really take the photo, and I sort of missed the opportunity there too. So he'd just gone back in from doing signings. 3 times I missed him, but is what it is.
Yeah. So how's sort of your mechanicking, I'll call it a career, but how's your mechanicking career sort of been over the years? Who else have you mechanicked for, and have you gone to other places outside of Honda?
Yeah, I did. We'll go with what I've done first. I went Louis Woods, then I had, I think it was Anthony Rodriguez, A-Rod. He came out, and I mechanicked for him for Supercross.
That was for Honda, though?
For Honda, for Honda so far. And he went home just before the end of the season. That's when he was good. He was easy to work with. He was fussy, but he was good. Funny guy. Him and Yarrive, so much fun. Yarrive's good at doing doing his language.
Yeah,
they're talking to each other like that, and I'm just cracking up. This is so much fun. Then he went home. Then we were at Adelaide. I didn't have a rider, so I was just there for helping out. Then the last round, which was in Melbourne that year, I think it was 15 or 16, I can't remember. Obviously, we all know what happened to Taylor Potter's mum. And Taylor got a ride for the last round with us, last round with us. And Yarrive goes, "Oh, you're mechanicking for Taylor Potter this weekend." And I didn't know that Yarrive had already said to Adrian Salmon, his long-time mechanic, that he was mechanicking for him as well. So me and Adrian just put our heads together without arguing, because it was a special weekend for Taylor. And I said, "Mate, I'm happy to do whatever you want." He goes, No, you go to the gate. I'll just look after stuff back here." I went, "Oh, okay." I said, "Do you want me to do anything on the bike?" He goes, "Yeah, you can do the bike." He goes, "I'll just sit down and talk to him," because he's easy. Yeah. And he's been the easiest guy. He just gets on the damn thing and rides it.
Yep.
Doesn't care. And we all know what happened that night. He just blew us all away. So it's still emotional now. But yeah, he was easy. Then the following year we had the 7 Deuce Deuce. That was fun. obnoxious, loud. Great guy.
Yep.
He's just so loud.
Is it the persona that he puts out? Is it like, because what you see is that he's always positive.
Oh, yeah.
Is that how he is in real?
Yeah, always positive. Always. Yep. Yeah. Nothing's a problem for him. Everything can be done. He came up and hugged me. First time he met me, we were at QMP and we were racing at what's that joint that got flooded in Jimboomba?
Yes.
We were racing in Jimboomba round 1. And, my main man hugged me in the headlock. And I've gone, oh, shit. And it's so loud. I'm going, oh, my God, what's your giving me? And that was when Jimmy Dakota's come out as well.
Yes.
And I was sort of hoping for Jimmy. But Yarrive goes, nah, young George Rawling got Jimmy. Obviously, they won the title. I got Adam, which is fine, but he gave me Adam because I was riding 450s and George was there pretty much full time. So it's fair enough. It is what it is. And I got along with Jimmy and his missus really well. So, but same with Adam. Like, Adam, he's just so loud. I just can't believe how loud he was. Like, he brought guys. We were at.
Is he a big dude? He sort of comes across as being a big dude. Yeah,
he is. He's a solid dude, and he's like 6'1". He's just massive. So that was a fun thing. And that was my first interaction with Brent Duffy as well.
Yep.
So Brent's a great guy. He lays down the law. A lot of the guys didn't like his law that he laid down, but
explain, like, in what way?
Well, he's come over with Justin Braden.
Yes.
And he has one rule, that no one touches Justin's bike. Fair enough. And a few people got their nose out of joint. Like, so they're, flicking the clutch, twisting the throttle, which they thought would piss Brent off, but it didn't. He meant nothing on the bike.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't like people sitting on it either, because Justin's pretty fussy with his seat. He likes it pretty firm. So he didn't want people sitting on his bike. And they did that too, which pissed Brent off. But other than that, like, that's Brent's rules, you know what I mean? You don't touch his bike.
And it goes back to what you said when you came in. He knows what the rider wants.
Yeah.
And he's giving the rider what he wants. So
Justin knows exactly what he wants, and Brent was able to do that and add a little bit to it.
Yep.
That's, to me, Brent's a grouse mechanic. So I got all the time in the world for Brent. So I think I roomed with him a couple of times, and he's wild outside the bikes. He was loose.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he was loose. Back then, I don't know what he's like now, but he was pretty loose. He used to go out with the boys and all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, because I never go out. I just sort of, I'm over that stuff, you know what I mean? I'm 40-odd back then and done all that. Don't need to do it anymore. Plus, I don't drink anyway, so. But yeah, so 7 deuce. Then I had a bit of a lull. Like, I hadn't been on the team for 6-7 years. Oh, I said to Yarrive, you want me to help, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, we might have something for you, but I knew he didn't. He just, be nice. So, yeah, I think from 17 to 23, I wasn't on the team. So maybe 9 years I wasn't on the team. I don't know, whatever that is. Is that 17,
6 years.
6 years. I hadn't been on the team at all. Then I got the phone call the week before round 1. Oh, no, week before Yarrive's little do he does up here in Wonthaggi. What is that called?
The AMX Open.
AMX Open. Week before that, I've been meaning to reach out for a while. I've got a girl coming over. I need you to mechanic. I was wondering if you look after her. And I went, yeah, all right. I didn't sort of let on that I was just sort of chafing at the bit to get back.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Don't be too keen.
No. And I thought it was Maddy Brown.
Yeah.
Because I knew Maddy Brown was ride red. And then who else was on the team? I thought maybe Taylor McCutcheon, but I didn't know that she'd left. Then, or Emma, because I've been friends with Emma since she's like 4 foot tall. She's not much taller now, but you know what I mean? I've been friends with her for a long time. And I thought, oh, maybe it's Emma. Then I get there, it's Talia. I'd seen her, strangely enough, the year before, I'd been watching her at WMX.
Yeah.
Oh, who's this Australian chick? So you sort of, being Australian, you follow him. Then it sort of didn't twig until after I met her. You're the chick I've been watching on WMX.
So was she racing in? She was in Europe before she came to Australia. Yeah?
She was running for 1-1. Is it? I can't remember. Is it 114? Olivia Lancelot.
Yep.
Yeah, she was running for her, but she'd ridden for KTM, I think, as well. But the last one before she came here, she's with Olivia Lancelot. Then that team folded, so she didn't have a ride. So she came home. So she got a ride with Yarrive, and we started out all right. Round one, a bit of a bike issue. Not my fault.
Is that sort of something that you have to say every
No,
time?
everyone knows it wasn't my fault.
Yeah. No, I mean, every time there's a bike issue, it's all of a sudden it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's because I had a bike issue with Adam.
Yeah.
2 issues with Adam. One, first round at Jimboomba, the bike stopped. And he was going on, step off.
Oh.
The bike stopped after he got off the off.
Okay,
So it was on the downside, it stopped. Thank God for that. He just pushed the bike back. He goes, I don't know, there's fuel pissing out everywhere. It won't run. I'm going, oh, shit, what could it be? It'd have to be the clip on the tank. So Brent Duffy's there. So he's quicker than lightning. He had the freaking tank off it. He goes, there's a problem. Click. It was only one click on the tank clip. There's 2.
Yes.
He didn't double click it. Then Yarrive comes up to me. I'm going, oh, shit, now I'm in trouble. He goes, did you take the tank off that bike? I went, no. I said, I never take tanks off bikes because I prepped all the bikes for Supercross that year in the factory, and I didn't take one tank off the bike. For the reason is I don't trust the clips.
Yeah.
Right? So even this year, Mark goes to me, take the tank off. No, Dakota, take the tank off. You know what I mean? He goes, why won't you do it? Because what you had with that, because that Dakota was on the team then too.
Yeah.
And he goes, because what happened with Adam, I said, 100%. I said, I'm not getting, no, I can't do it. So I'll do my own, but I won't do race bike. So anyway, that was that. And then after the last round, his pinch bolts were loose on his forks. His axle nut was tight. Anyway, he goes, did you loosen these? And I went, no. I know what happened. I was told not to touch anything on that bike. So I didn't. Well, I just checked the pinch bolts on the forks.
Yeah.
Because I had to. And just tighten the chain. That's all I got told to do. So I did it. The pinch bolts were loose. Is what it is.
And how was that found? Like what happened?
Because I was going to pull his suspension out so I could take it back home with him. He goes, oh, I'll do the forks, you pull the shock out. I'll pull all the linkages off the shock. So I did that, and he goes, did you loosen these bolts? And I went, no. He goes, well, they're all loose. Then straight away I've gone, that's why I couldn't turn the damn bike.
Yeah.
Because he had trouble turning it, and I was told not to touch nothing. So I didn't. So anyway, I thought that's what kept me off the team for so long. But, yeah, that was just something that, since that happened, I just go over every nut and bolt on that bike when I get it. Doesn't matter. I trust the boys in the factory. But
everyone can make a mistake.
Yeah. But every now and then something is loose.
Yep.
I'm not going to say too much about it. I don't tell them. I just tighten it up. I'm not making a scene over a bolt being loose. So, yeah, I just, every now and since then, I was always taught to go over the bike, make sure it's right. So, which I did. And this time I was told not to touch it. So I didn't.
Yeah.
I did what I was told. And he couldn't turn the bike. So that haunts me to this day.
I can tell, like just watching you.
Mate, yeah. So that's my biggest fear with being a fly-in mechanic, that something's not done right, and if I miss it, it's on me.
Yeah.
If the rider gets hurt. That's my only stress.
Yeah, because you're not involved in the whole process from start to finish.
Because those bikes are pulled completely apart and framed after each race, and I'm not there to do that.
Yeah.
So, and the boys have got so many bikes to do during the week. It's just crazy what they have to do. They're flat out. So something every now and then gets missed. But this wasn't that. This was something else.
Yeah,
I'm not going to talk about. So,
all right, we'll go back to Talia then. So
yeah, Talia. Yeah. So Talia, She was all right. Like round one, we had a bike mishap. The power converter wasn't clipped in properly, so the battery went flat. But she'd been riding the bike 3 days in a row prior to that. Worked all right. I thought something might have been up when she took off for practice qualifying because it backfired and stopped. I've gone, then I listened to her starter. Battery sounded all right. But, yeah, she'd done that. We went down to the gate for the first race, done the sight lap, come back in and it stopped. Oh, shit. Maybe I got water in the stop switch. No, pulled that off, disconnected it, didn't work. Mind you, we're doing this while they're setting up to go racing.
Yeah.
Pushed it, got it started, got back on the gate, died. And I've gone, oh, shit. So anyway, she didn't do that race. So then, obviously, what happened afterwards, the meeting got called off. So she didn't get any points for that race. We got back and in between, because I got it ready for the next motor, I pulled the battery out, put a new one out. And I going through the electrics, make sure everything was clipped. And Mark stuck his head over the seat and he goes, click. He goes, was that it? I said, obviously. But Honda came. And they said, what was wrong with it? I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
I said, it's a faulty power converter. Oh, that was it. It was fine. So, but yeah, the bike started. We never had another issue with it for the rest of the year. So, but is what it is.
These things happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've sort of had a few unlucky things happen to me, and I don't really talk about it much. I hope not too many people ask me about it. But like, never had an issue with a bike, like on the track. You know what I mean? Nothing's come loose.
Nothing catastrophic.
Nothing catastrophic. None. And like, I'm not as anal with my bike as what I am with the race bikes, and nothing's ever happened to my bikes. I'm still anal with it, but not as much as what I am with a race bike. So anyway, missed round 2 because probably another question that you'll ask me. Missed round 2 because of illness. Then round 3, we went to, where'd we go? Round 3, QMP.
So you missed round 2.
I missed round 2 of the women's.
Yeah.
She didn't. She did all right. I think she finished 3rd. So I had Dave Harris mechanic for her for that round. Then Dave stayed with us for the rest of the year. So she had 2 mechanics the last 2 rounds, me and Dave. That was funny. Dave's a grouse bloke. So, yeah, that was a pretty good round at QMP. I think she finished 2nd. She should have won it. That's my fault because I couldn't get her the times on her board.
Yeah.
So she knew when to go. Because I had people yelling at me. I go, Yarrive, well, how long to go? How long to go? 10 minutes. Obviously, he didn't remember it was a girls' race. So we only had 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, and she saw the last lap board before I put it out.
Yeah. So this is at Coolum, yeah?
No, this is at QMP.
Oh, QMP, yep.
Yeah,
Year
QMP.
after, yep.
So
Second last round.
second last round.
Yeah.
QMP. So she did well. She rode really well. So once again, stayed up there, stayed at Coolum. Supposed to work on the bikes Monday. That never happened. Tuesday it happened. I think the boys were tired. I'll just say that. And we didn't get to the bikes until Tuesday. I think Wednesday we went riding with Maddie Healy. Me and Talia went with Maddie Healy and Megan Bagley. Us 3 went out to what they call Roy's Road in Queensland. We rode there for a little bit. Too dusty, so we sort of pulled the pin and went back to Terra Firma. That was Wilson's sponsor.
Yes.
So we went back to there. His property, that's where we were based with the trucks. So, well, it was only one truck then, and the girls' truck. Yeah, so we rode there, or they rode there. I wasn't allowed to ride. Yeah, she come Coolum. We had a few fork issues, and I just sort of ran it past a few people and said, this is what I think's wrong with it. What do you reckon? They go, yep. And we did what I said and fixed it because she had a pretty good Moto 1. She qualified all right. Pretty good Moto 1, but she's complaining the forks were bottoming out. They were thumping through the stroke. Shock was fine. And my suggestion was what we did. And but I ran it past a good friend of mine, Nick Nick Timpson, who was a Honda mechanic as well. He said, and he's very good with suspension. He goes, yeah, that's what I do.
Can you tell us what it was? Or
Oh, it's just a couple of clicks.
Oh, yeah.
I said, I need to put 3 or 4 clicks in this fork, or I need to put 5 mil of oil in it to stop it going
That's
through.
what I was thinking, Yep.
And he goes, no, do the clicks first, because we rang her dad and we put all the settings from her practice bike, which were A-kit forks in her practice bike, into this one. All the same settings, shock, forks, and it was still thumping through, because you know how like wavy and deep Coolum gets, it just wasn't working. And even over in Western Australia, it doesn't get that. I mean, maybe Wanneroo does, but that's about it. So, yeah, we did that, and she finished second in the last race, which we thought was third overall in the championship. And to tell you the truth, if we hadn't have had that mishap in the first round, she may well have got second, because she was riding nothing against Emma, but Emma was getting some health problems. She almost caught Emma in the points.
Yeah.
She had got X amount of points, even if it was 20 points or 18. I think she would have passed Emma, which means she may well have passed Charlie, because Charlie missed that race. So I doubt it, but I was hoping.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
a few things would have had to have happened. Yep.
Yeah. So, but she rode really well at Coolum, and she was sick too.
Yep.
So we're just pumping like oranges and mandarins into her, and just getting the vitamin C's up, just keeping her hydrated. And
I interviewed her after that race at Coolum, and she was definitely under the weather.
Oh yeah, she was sick, and we all got. She made me sick.
Yeah.
I drank out of her water bottle mistakenly, so I got sick as well. I think everybody got sick.
Seems to happen every time the Promex goes to Queensland.
I didn't get sick this time.
Everyone gets crook.
No, I didn't get sick this time.
No?
But there was no after party this time either.
Yeah.
We had our own little thing at in Bow Desert, or wherever we stayed. I think, I don't know what it was. But yeah, so put it on the pit board, third overall championship. And they were miles, like Talia was miles in front of Taylor McCutcheon and Taylor Thompson and Maddy Brown and all that. And I walked off. And as we spoke off air earlier, you were right in front of where Taylor Thompson fell off, which means Maddy Brown passed her.
Yep.
Got third in the championship, and Talia missed out by a point, which was a bit of a bonus for her that she was pissed off about.
I can imagine.
So, but in saying that, she rode pretty crappy on the Saturday. Her and Taylor McCutcheon were, not Taylor Thompson, sorry, were jostling for position, and she just let her go. Maybe his arm pump, the forks on her bike weren't good enough, which they weren't. But normally she's pretty good with that sort of stuff. She can just ride through it.
Yeah.
But it must have been bad enough for her not to be able to keep up with Taylor Thompson, which cost her, unfortunately. So, but, it was a bit of a win-win, a lose and a win for me, because I'd been sponsoring Maddy Brown the whole year, a personal sponsor to her. She ended up with third, and I congratulated her for third. I said, well, it's a win for me anyway. You got third. I still got on the podium, if you know what I mean. So, as a sponsor, not as a mechanic. So, but that was a good year. Then at the end of the year, we didn't know what she was going to do. We didn't know whether she was going to ride Hondas or going to do her own thing. Then she didn't get a ride with Yarrive for the second year.
That always surprised me, because she did really well in that 2023 year, and I was sort of expecting her to come back. Was there more to that, or just
a little bit more to it? I don't think they really saw eye to eye, those two.
Yeah,
that's all I'll probably say about it, and that sort of led to her not getting another ride, I think. But I don't know. I can't really say.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But is what it is. She didn't get a ride. Then she got picked for the Oceania over in New Zealand. So I scurried around. Blair Meyer, who was on the team, who was working at City Honda. So I organised a bike for him and through him for her to ride when we got over there and whatnot. So that was all set up. And then because I thought that would be the last ride with her on a Honda. She was going to do something else. And that didn't happen because she was riding a 450 trainer's bike, Luke Davis's bike, and snapped her wrist, and it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was like as bad as Taylor McCutcheon's was a couple of years ago. So that was bad.
Yeah, zigzag.
Yeah. So that's I thought, oh, that's it. So I rang Yarrive. He said, no, I don't think I've got anything for you. Okay.
So no Supercross that year?
No, that was the start of the year. No Supercross at the end of the year.
Yep.
I thought I'd have something, but no. He said, I'll see how I go.
Yeah. So did you end up mechanicking for Talia, for TJ, when she came back as a privateer on the KTM?
Mm-hmm.
So that was in 24?
Yep. Yeah, I did that. That's what I was getting to that. Yeah, so we had nothing. I had nothing for the year, not knowing that Yarrive was going to bring Van Berkel out, and he needed a mechanic for him. So I'd already committed to Talia because Talia rang me, I think, maybe 6 or 8 weeks before the season started, not long after the Honda thing went down. And she goes, "What are you doing, mate?" Because that's
how she talks.
She talks. What are you doing, buddy? That's Talia, you know what I mean? Which is quite cool. And she goes, I said nothing. I said, "What do you want?" She goes, "Oh, I need a mechanic." And I went, "Okay, I'm happy to help." So we organised the bike through my sponsor, which is Gas Moto. So they do KTM and Honda. So she wanted a KTM. I didn't want her to get a KTM because I'd never worked on one before in my life. And I've gone, oh, crap, this is going to hurt. So we got the bike. Her sponsors paid for the bike. I went and picked it up, got it back to my joint, stripped it down, took the suspension over to TuneTech, Steve Jones, and got it back. But while I was away, I've gone through the bike and I've gone, okay, where's all the torque settings for this? And they're all online, or because you don't get a book.
Yeah.
I've gone, oh shit, I hate going online for stuff. Anyway, I got
old school.
Yeah, I got one of my mates who writes. He was a suspension guy. He had all the torque settings, so he sent them all to me, just in a text. So I just wrote them all down and went from there, and got it all back, got it together. Said, "Do you want me to ride this thing? Because you can't ride yet. Or run it in." Nah, it'll be fine. All right. So she took it out to Matty Healy's place because they're pretty good mates, and she rode it there. Come back, suspension's so soft. I said, "This is why you need to ride it."
Yeah, you need to put some laps in.
Put some laps on it. Even I could ride it. I'm slow, heaps slower than you, but suspension settings for you and me would be almost the same because I had the same deal. I wanted Maddy Brown to ride my 250 because I did heaps to it, and I wanted to compare to her ride red bike. And she rode it. I said, "What's the suspension like?" She goes, "Mate, that suspension's grouse. Perfect for me." So I thought so. Because, I mean, she's a solid girl.
Yep.
She's not that heavy, though. I thought, well, I'm a bit heavier. Back then I was like nearly 90 kilos. And it was set up for me. And she goes, "No, it's great." But then after that, I didn't care what she thought about the power. So then that got me thinking. So, and I've had a few other A-graders ride my bikes on purpose. Like even Bailey Malkovich rode my bike.
Yep.
He goes, "Suspension's grouse for me." Because I'm a heavy guy, he needs a stiffer suspension.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, she pushes. Like, I've watched her ride. So I thought my setting, roughly a setting for me, would help her. But she wouldn't let me ride it. I didn't ride it. I did the right thing. She trusted me not to do it, so I didn't do it. And then, throughout the years, she would just struggle with suspension setup. And then her wrist, obviously, because her wrist, even today, is still not right.
Yeah.
So it might be a bit better, but I don't think it's 100% right. So, but anyway, round 1 we did Wonthaggi. Round 2, that went pretty crap, really, because she had no bike time. I think she finished 5th or 6th or something.
I think 5th, yeah. From memory.
Yeah. Then we went to Adelaide, and she sort of went to Adelaide the week, 2 weeks prior to the National. So we went out there for the state titles, and she rode really well. She's pushing Emma, like she beat Emma in the MX2 races, but Emma would just beat her in the WMX races. So that was good. And I actually went out for practice and had a ride, then I thought, hang on, Maddy hasn't got a mechanic. So I did the three of them. I did mechanic for Emma, but I was pitboarding for Emma, TJ, and Maddy, because Nick won't go and do pitboarding. He just stands back and watches. So I was sort of doing it for all three of them. So I really didn't, because my race was up straight after theirs. And I thought, can't be bothered.
So this is at the state championship?
State championship in Adelaide at Murray Bridge. What's the name of that?
I think Gilman?
Gilman. Yeah, Gilman. I actually like the track. I sort of struggled in sand. Yeah, I sort of struggled in sand a little bit since I've come back to riding. But that track, mate, that was grouse. I wanted to ride it more, but I thought of the bigger picture. And I was starting to feel sick then.
Yeah, yep.
We went to Murray Bridge, freezing cold. Oh, like I took my pedestal heater with me.
Yep.
And set it up in the awning. It's only the small ones. Set it up in the awning. I couldn't drag them out of there. Like it was pit tent up. And I slept in the van on Friday night, even though I wasn't supposed to. The guys at Gilman go, Murray Bridge go, you're not allowed to stay here. MA doesn't have insurance. I went, mate, I've just driven all the way from my joint in Melbourne. I ain't going anywhere. I've got no hotel room, so I'm staying here. He goes, just wait till they go. Off you go. So I went and parked, set up, and froze my ass off in the car, in the van. And they turned up late on the Saturday afternoon because TJ had to work. So set up. She did a so in practice. The track was good for her, but me and her dad looked at each other and go, her wrist's killing her.
Yeah.
Because she came in halfway through practice qualifying and her fingers were white. So I sort of just put my hands on, she had her gloves on, us with like this on her hands to warm them up. She went back out. She sort of, I don't know what she finished that weekend, I can't remember. That was sort of, for me, that was the start of me not being that more, I'll be honest, being that more interested in doing it.
Yep, you weren't as invested.
Yeah. So that was that. And then the next round was Toowoomba, round 3. So by then, I got there on a Friday, went and played golf in Gold Coast with one of my mates. Then headed up to Toowoomba. They got there, I don't know, midnight on Friday night. And I don't know, I just had that feeling like I'd spent a lot of my own money and I hadn't got any reward for it. And I don't know, I just said to him, look, you know, her heart wasn't in it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, she came in at Toowoomba and I had to rub her hands to get them warm again. You know, take my jacket off, freeze my ass off and put it on her to keep her warm on the start gates and stuff, which I didn't mind. I don't care. That's part of my job. And then, I don't know, I just got the feeling she didn't want me there anymore. Then I sort of just made not a smart-ass comment, I just sort of said, oh, she's not really into it. I may as well go to the snow next weekend, for the next weekend, or the next round. And they said, and Mum goes, I'd go to the snow.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I thought, well, that's my cue.
Yep.
So I finished the day off, helped them pack up, said goodbye, and haven't heard from her since.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like, she's a good kid, you know what I mean? She's just different.
Yeah.
Put it that way. Not as in, it's just her demeanour is different than everybody else's that I've mechanic for. She's great. We had a good relationship at Honda, but then on the privateer stuff, no, it didn't work. And, you know, people said to me, told you. I said, yeah, I know, but, like, because Yarrive rang me before round 2 of the girls when we went to Murray Bridge and said, can you mechanic for Lars? I went, well, I'd love to, Yarrive, but...
You've made a commitment.
I made a commitment, you know what I mean? And I didn't say it to him, but I was going to say, look, you wouldn't want me to do it to you. Like, yeah, okay, you've given me, I don't know, you might have given me someone midfield. Then someone says to me, can you mechanic for Todd Waters or someone? And I go and jump. You'd be that pissed at me.
And I think in hindsight, like...
I've done the right thing.
I think Yarrive would respect that too.
Yeah, that's
he might be pissed off in the moment.
Yeah.
But I can imagine he would definitely respect that after the fact.
That's why I thought Yarrive would probably, even though I said no to him, because I never say no to him ever. And, yeah, this might earn a little bit more respect because he knows if someone tries to poach me, I'm not going anywhere. So, But, yeah. So
All right.
that's the Honda thing.
We'll take a break in a second, but before we do that, so who's the best rider you've mechanicked for, not in terms of results, just in terms of like
Fun
and having a great time and why? And who's the hardest rider you've mechanicked for?
The most fun I've had was with Emma Milesevic for one round of the Nationals. In 23, she did a round with the boys in the mud at Albury.
Wodonga? Yep, I was there, yep.
Yeah, that was just a fun weekend. Like, it was hard for me because my daughter bought me tickets to see Freestyle King. So I did Saturday, got everything ready, nicked off back to Melbourne to watch Freestyle Kings, got back up to Albury at 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was that rain in Melbourne and rain in Albury, and the track, what they did to that track shouldn't have been done, but anyway, that's another story. Anyway, but just the next day, and I was sick then too, and I just had so much fun with Emma. It was just so relaxed. Her dad is straight down the line. Like, he likes to work on the bikes. I don't think he really likes anyone working with him on the bikes, but he let me do it. And I went to the gate with her, and we sort of just clicked, if you know what I mean. Like, she went out in practice qualifying and so, you know what I mean? And she's better than what she did because of the mud and stuff. Anyway, Moto 1 was sitting at the gate, and we're just talking away. She goes, well, how do you reckon I go here? I said, well, just put your elbows out. Just hammer it. Splash all the boys with the water. And it was up on, I don't know, I think someone put it up. Riley used to work for Honda.
Yep.
Did the media. He put it up. He got me and her cacking ourselves on the gate.
It was Jack that was there that weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jack was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, might have been Jack that got it, actually. Yeah, Jack got it. Yeah. But, yeah, it was just a fun weekend, you know. And through that moto, she got a crap start, fell off.
Like everyone else.
Yeah. That's what happened. In practice qualifying, her bike stopped. Her race bike stopped. And I've gone, oh, shit, what do we do? So I ran down to grab her other bike, and Nick's filling it up, her dad. So I ran it back down to her, and I don't know how we did it, but we got away with it. Got it onto the track, put the transponder on it and whatnot. And, she just fell off, and she was just like this. She was buggered.
Yeah.
So I had to go across the track, grab her bike after finished, and I pulled my quad. And I thought I tore it. That's how bad it was. Anyway, I've gone across, grabbed the bike, dragged it back, lost my gumboot on at the same time. And the whole team was having a great weekend. Anyway, I got it back. Nick goes, no, I'll clean it. Sweet. So I prepped TJ's bike for Seth Shackleton because his bike stuffed up. So I put all Seth's stuff on the bike, getting it ready for him. Didn't know if he'd have his race bike back in time or not. So I prepped TJ's race bike for him while Nick's doing that. Anyway, on the gate, cacking our heads off. She started really bad. Like, I had to run down with a stuffed quad to give her a spare goggles because I hadn't got down. Because right at the start, she crashed in the puddle. So I'm running down and going, hurry up, get down there. She needs a spare set of goggles. I said, come on. I said, I am going. I've got a bloody buggered quad. I'm going as fast as I can. And she's supposed to come in the pit area, but I just handed it to her over the fence. Anyway, she's going around. She got back up to like 20th.
Yeah.
From dead last. And then I could see she's starting to labour a bit. And she looked at me, and I went like that, which we both knew was her. She was coming in.
Yep.
First moto. She just couldn't do it. Just starting to feel sick, and that illness that she has started kicking in. So, but just a click we had. Just by looking at each other, I knew exactly what she was going to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I haven't had that with any other rider. So that's why once that happened, I've gone, I wish I was just mechanicking for Emma.
Yeah.
But then Joel ended up mechanicking for Emma for the rest of the year, so her brother. The hardest rider, I don't think I've got one, honestly.
Even like in terms of, you know, you hear like Chad Reed, he's always fiddling with the bike and everything has to always be tweaked and changed and adjusted.
But I fiddle with the bike myself.
Yep.
like I make sure everything's sweet. When the riders come in, I ask if they want anything changed. Nah. So I just.
You've never had anyone that's sort of
I've
overzealous?
never had anyone that's really, maybe Rodriguez. Nothing against Anthony. He's a great bloke. I actually talked to him a little bit last year. I rang him for something. I don't know what it was. I pocket dialed him. Then he rang me back and I missed the call, so I rang him back. He goes, "You calling me, dude?" I went, "Yeah, man." We just had a bit of a chat for 20 minutes. You know what I mean? And that's someone I had a mechanic for a long time.
Yeah.
7 years.
Have you heard if he's going to come back?
I don't know.
I've heard a rumour that he's coming to do some Supercross.
Well, I tried to find that out for you.
Yep.
No one said nothing. No, I haven't heard it. So maybe it will. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I know Yarrive likes him.
Yep.
So you never say never with that. If Yarrive likes someone, they're a chance of coming. So, but look, he wasn't that hard, really. He was very fussy with certain things, but all riders are. You know what I mean? Though everyone likes a different thing. We just got to learn it. It's hard to learn it when you're changing riders every year. And that's what I was sort of hoping just to stay with Wilson, yeah. So, but maybe we'll say Anthony.
Yep.
Sorry, Anthony. But, yeah.
All good. Well, on that note, we're going to take a break.
Okay.
When we come back, we'll have a chat a little bit about your riding, how you got into the sport, and then, what's next for you.
Okay, sweet.
Yo. We hope you're enjoying the show. Here at Mental4Moto, we can only do what we do because of the sponsors who support us. So please stay tuned for a couple of brief ads and make sure you show these legends some love. Are you getting arm pump, fatiguing after just a few laps, or feel like you're often fighting against your bike? Today's motorcycles have been designed and built to suit a broad range of riders, conditions and riding styles. This one-size-fits-all approach, however, means that when it comes to your own riding, your bike is often not handling and performing at its very best. Whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite level racer, Fastline Suspension will help you unlock your riding potential by ensuring your bike is set up perfectly for your specific needs. And with the right setup, you're guaranteed to go faster, fatigue less, and ultimately have more fun riding your motorcycle. So what are you waiting for? Contact Adam at Fastline Suspension now. Fastline Suspension, set up for maximum performance, precision tuned for you. Whether you're out on the road, playing in the dirt, or on the water, Wonthaggi Motorcycles and Power Equipment have got you covered with their great range of motorcycles, marine and outdoor power equipment. Servicing South Gippsland for over 25 years, their friendly and knowledgeable staff pride themselves on being able to deliver the highest level of service. Stocking a full range of Kawasaki and Honda off-road, dirt and adventure motorcycles, kids bikes, ATVs, riding gear, consumables and hard parts, Wonthaggi Motorcycles and Power Equipment are your one-stop shop when it comes to having fun. The warmer months are nearly here, and there's nothing more refreshing after a day at the track when you're sweaty, grimy and exhausted than taking a dip in the pool. Southeast Pools specialise in building high-quality fiberglass and concrete swimming pools across the Peninsula and Gippsland region and offer a range of designs to suit every lifestyle, yard size and budget. So pick up that phone, give Trav at Southeast Pools a call today and be ready to take the plunge this summer. Now, let's get back to the show. All right, we'll change the topic a little bit and go back to the start. So you said at the very beginning of the podcast, you know, you've been into moto for 40 odd years.
Yep.
But how did it all start for you?
It started. I had a friend called Lane Thomas who raced motocross, and before that, my dad used to race those old, not sprint cars, but my uncle used to race sprint cars, but my dad used to ride like sedans. He used to race them. So yep. I've had that racing thing in me all the time. So I sort of really didn't do much because I was really into footy. And then this is before I got injuries. And then, I don't know, Lane, he just lived 4 doors up from me. He was a really good motocross rider. He got me into it. So I started mowing lawns and doing everything because we had 5 kids, so Dad couldn't afford to buy me bikes.
Yeah, for sure.
So within no time, I had 2 bikes. I had an RM80 and a KX80, I think. Yeah, I had both of them bikes. And he goes, "What do you want 2 bikes?" I go, "Oh, no." Anyway, we started just riding. And a mate of mine, also from school, used to ride bikes. He took me to Bacchus Marsh on a block of land. They just had just a circle track with a few jumps. And I had no idea. The first time I went over jumping, I went over the handlebars. He goes, no, you just got to hold the throttle on till your bike's in the air, sort of. Then shut the throttle off. Ah, okay. So I got the hang of that.
Yep.
Then after that, it was and Lane Thomas, and I thought, no, I've got to buy a bike. So I did that. Sort of Dad helped me out, like, as much as he could. Like, the only thing you could really do, because back in the 80s, early 80s, it was very hard for five-kid family.
Oh, for sure. And you grew up in the western suburbs? That's
Melton. Well, I started off in Williamstown.
Yeah.
Then once my stepmom and my dad got married, we moved out to Melton. And that's sort of where I spent most of my childhood, in Melton. So there's always, back then, there's always somewhere to ride in Melton, but Dad was restricted for the rules. No, you can't ride up there and there. You can't do this. You can't do that. So anyway, we joined Melton Motocross Club and went up there. And by then I'd sold both those bikes, and Dad was really good friends with a guy called Max Holton, who had Max Holton Honda. So I got me a CR80 RF. I thought it was the duck's guts. So we went riding. Like, he'd take us after school when we were allowed to at Melton. But Bacchus Marsh was easier because you could ride whenever you wanted at Bacchus Marsh. So we went there, and that was when, I don't know, do you know a guy called Dean Burt?
I know the name, yeah.
Yeah, he was on the Mulberry Yamaha team with Craig Dack.
Yep.
Yeah. Both of them came out to Bacchus Marsh and raced. So, yeah, we got that, and then we started racing just Melton and Bacchus Marsh clubbies and stuff. And
back when they had clubbies?
Back when they had clubbies, but back then it was like they had to work the clubbies in around the 2-day opens and the 1-day opens and stuff like that. And like our Bacchus and Melton clubbies were huge. Everyone would come from everywhere. And dear old Mrs. Mack would always be there. And
you could race every weekend.
Every weekend, no hassles, $50 race license.
Yep.
You could ride, as long as the track was open, you didn't have to have a membership there. You could ride. Oh, how good's this? So we were riding every weekend. And mind you, I didn't start till I was 16 because that's when I could afford to do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so we got that. Then Chris Hill, Dad sort of helped out Chris Hill a little bit with Cowie and that. And then Chris was selling a couple of his bikes. Oh, yes, please. So Dad got me one of his race bikes. Oh, my God. That was fast. It was the factory Cowie.
Yeah. So 125?
No, it's 80.
Oh, 80, yeah.
F1. An F1 80. He got one of them, and I lent it to a mate. He took it over to the Aussies in Wanneroo and blew the shit out of it. So I just taken Chris's barrel, back then you could get an 82cc barrel for him. So I chucked one of them on it, and I was winning races every weekend. It was so good. So we did that. Then we stuffed that bike up. Then Dad got me one of Chris Hill's, an F2, one of Chris Hill's bikes. That was great, winning everything on that. Then a mate of mine bought a Yamaha. So I blew my bike up. I don't know how I did it, but I blew it up. And me and my mate shared a Yamaha. So back then you could change the forks. So we had the only Yamaha with the front disc brake.
Yeah.
So we put that on because Dad was in charge of Melton. And I do set up everyone in their races. So I'd separate me and my mate from the races. They were just heats. It was never a final. So yeah, we just swapped bikes and throughout the day and race bikes. We'd win, and because he was fast too. Like, we only raced each other a couple of times, and he beat me all the time. Then another guy we started racing with a little bit later on, after a few more years, I jumped onto a 125, a Yamaha 125. Then I used to go around with Domain Ramsey when he was racing motocross. So me and him used to go everywhere. I could never beat Domain. He's always faster than me. But we went up to Shepparton for I think it was a 1 or 2 day open. I can't remember what it was. And I bought my bike from Sunshine Yamaha. And back then I was not into cleaning bikes. I was into cleaning, but not doing filters and stuff like that. So I just got this bike, got it worked by a guy called Rob Lenegro. He had a Yamaha dealership, and his wife is a really good rider as well. I used to race against her. He had his bike shop, so Dad said, "Oh, can you do stuff to his bike?" And I had to run it at 50 to 1 because of the work he did on it. So I just ran it at what I thought was 50 to 1 and blew the shit out of it. We got it fixed. I was like hardly any oil in it. So anyway, I blew that up, got it fixed. Then we went out to Shepparton back at Wayo days, best track ever. And I washed my filter, chuck it back at the bike, put a little bit of no toil on it because no toil was around then. Put a little bit of no toil on it, and going around, I think I won my first race because the mate had already gone to B grade. Or was it A grade? No, he was in A grade. I was in B grade. He won his race. I won my first race. Then I started the second one, and towards the end of it, my bike started playing up. I won that race, and then the last race of the day, go to the gate, my bike kept stalling on me. So I knew I blew it up. I thought, doesn't matter. Sitting at the gate, started, and the gate dropped. And I started and just read the shit out of it. The whole race, just held it flat out. And clutch past the guy in the last corner to win.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That was a good time, you know what I mean? Then,
yeah.
But then we raced a mountain clubby. Then I was riding against a guy called Mark King. He still races. Oh, he's only just stopped racing. He was pretty good back in the day. He was an A grade and I was still B grade. I went to pass him and he did nothing wrong. I just tried to go up the inside and roll my hand around the handlebar, snap my skate for it. After that, it sort of just went to shit. I never really rode much.
Yeah.
So I had.
So how old were you at that stage?
18. Yeah. I was 18 and then maybe 19. Then plus, girlfriends, cars, footy. Didn't worry about bikes anymore. 20 years it was, but I still rode on and off. And 20 years went by and I bought myself from Race Replica Cow. Remember them?
Yeah, yeah.
Bought a bike from them. Then got into it again. I was still doing footy. I was umpiring like the highest country level. And, I just thought, no, I've had enough of this. Footy's changing. I don't like it.
Footy sucks anyway. Moto's way better.
Yeah. Well, I think I said to you on the phone when we were talking about this. I've still got friends from years and years ago with Moto. Don't hear from anyone from footy. Not one of them. So it's more of it's an individual sport, but it's a family sport too, if you know what I mean. And that's why I sort of like the Moto more than I'm starting to watch a bit of footy again now. But I mean, I'll always watch the finals, but I'm not really interested.
Yeah.
And my biggest thing with footy was I like to listen to Rex Hunt. Now he's gone. Brian Taylor sort of gets there, but doesn't really.
Doesn't do it for you.
Nothing beats Rex Hunt. Anyway, back to the bikes. Yeah, so I sort of stayed off the bikes, put the Cowie, went for a ride. Then Steve Maguire started riding again. And then I have friends at All West Motorcycles in Melton. They go, oh, Steve's riding again. You know him? And I went, yeah, I used to race Steve when I was a kid. I did race him a couple of times, but nowhere near as fast as him. But yeah, he said, oh, come here, come there. You know you can race. They've got a vets class now. I was 40 at the time. And I gone, yeah, I might give it a go. So we did a couple of races and we got to Bacchus Clubby and, well, I don't know. I think my ambitions and capabilities got a little bit mixed up. Because I knew what I could do,
yeah,
but the body wouldn't let me do it anymore. I went to pass Manny Figueroa, Daniel Figueroa's dad. Me and him were racing. Sort of, I was a bit quicker than him, but he'd always get good starts and I'd have to work my way back. So anyway, we come around. Last corner of the first lot of club champs, 40 degrees. I thought, stuff this. I'm sick of sitting behind him. I'm going to pass him right in the line. So I've gone around. If any of you know Bacchus, they've got a little jump before the finish line and they've got the scoring box right on the side of the finish line. Anyway, so I've gone around the outside of him, just pinned it, and the thing stepped sideways on me. So I've gone, oh shit, I'm bailing. So I bailed, and next thing I knew, I woke up in between the two uprights of the tower. Don't ask me how I got there, because I can't remember. But they said I was like a helicopter in the air. The bike was hardly anything wrong with the bike. I think I broke the throttle body and that was it. But, yeah, I tore two groins. But I was out for a little bit, and I think Steve was there at the time, Steve Maguire. I look up, when I woke up and there was the president or the race secretary, she was looking at me and Steve was on the other side. You all right? You all right? I moved a couple of things. Yeah, I'm fine. And I got up and I couldn't walk and I was a bit dizzy because I'd been knocked out. That was scary. So since then I tape it off.
Yeah.
Because I was getting some speed back after pretty much 20 years off a bike. It took me maybe 3-4 months and I already had speed back. And I've gone, I don't know. It's just, I still think I can do it, but mentally I can't. You know what I mean? It's just, that started the bike thing. I still ride as much as I can now.
Yeah.
Like we did we finished the club champs. I got a trophy at the end of the year for the best stack for the year.
For that one?
For that, yeah, best crash of the year. I got that. So I did the next week. Could hardly walk with stuffed groins. So I finished that.
What did you actually do? Did you tear muscles?
I think I just strained them, but I couldn't walk for 2 weeks properly.
Yeah.
I had to go to work, and it was really hard. So walking around probably helped. I could just throw my leg to get back on the bike the next week.
Most important thing.
Exactly. So, yeah, that ended that year. Then after that, I think I went up to a 450. So me and Steve went round Victoria racing and stuff. I'd go to most races Steve went to. He didn't go to all of them, but I went to more than what he did, and Mrs. was starting to get the shits because she just put up with footy, me being away every weekend and during the week. But, you know, with the motorbikes, I wasn't going during the week riding or training. I wasn't even training. I just thought, I'm fit. I'll just use the fitness I've got. And it slowly went that way. Went down. And, but, yeah, so I jumped on the car from race rep again. And we did a few regions and stuff. I think I finished second in the Western region 1 year and just outside another year. Then I jumped to a Honda because Pete, the mechanic and owner of All West, mad Honda man. He goes, you got to get a Honda. You got to get a Honda. And this is about 2012. And I sort of, yeah, okay, I'll try. I rode his son's and I liked it. I'm going, may as well. I'll just jump on that.
Yeah.
So I bought one. Where did I get that from? I got it from when they had the Honda dealership in Melton. So I got it from them. Grant Kramer, Steve Kramer from Steve Kramer Products, his son, his brother, brought it from him. We went round racing that. Then Mrs. didn't know I got a loan for it, a sneaky loan, because I used to get all my work overtime. I used to get put in a separate account, so she didn't know. She'd have all my wage for the week. She'd do all the bills and stuff. Then I'd keep the extra money for racing and buying bikes and stuff. So, yeah, we got that. Then I think I had the 12. That was good. No, I got a 13. And I had a 12 first. Then I got a 13. And then they went to air forks. I hated the air forks. Could not stand them. So unpredictable, it wasn't funny. So I got Cruise Tune to put much to all
conversions in.
Yeah, they gave me the conversions because I was sponsored by All West. They put them in, and it still wasn't right. So I got rid of that bike. Then I got one off Yarrive, Cody Cooper, ex-Cody Cooper one. Best bike I've ever had.
Yeah,
fast.
450.
450. Cody liked a lot of bottom end. So, and that's the first year that I was on the team when I had the Cody Cooper bike. So, yeah, that was that. I even got one of my friends, Morgan Wright. Some of you will know her. She's a pretty good rider from Tassie. I think she's 3 or 4 time Tassie champ in women's class, and I think she's won the boys class too. She's pretty quick. So we were good friends, and she came out for one of the regions out. Last region we had at Albury 1 year, and I said, "Do you want to ride the 450?" Yeah. So I brought the 450, and she could ride a 450. Whoa. So she almost beat Josh Proctor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just said to her, don't take him out. Pass him, but don't take him out. Because we're all 3 of us were sponsored by Gas Imports.
Yeah.
So, we don't want to take each other out. So, yeah, then she got a bit of a sponsorship from Gas. Then I don't know what she's doing these days, but I think she has a ride every now and then. But yeah, then that was that one. Then I started mechanicking.
Did you, with your racing, did you ever sort of step up to the next level to state or nationals or anything like that?
No, I did a couple of national. I did one national at Swan Hill in the vets. Then Cam Taylor was riding then, and he'd lap everyone after 3 laps. And I thought, there's no fun in that. So to me, riding the vets is like we need to ride in our age groups.
Yep.
I mean, we all know Mike Reefman is super fast. He'd lap us anyway, but he's in our age group. I'm happy with that. I don't care. Like Craig Rutherford, lap us, but he's in our age group. This over 35s, and we're mid-50s or over 40s, and we're mid-50s. Some of these 40-year-olds can run top 10 in A grade.
100%, yeah.
To me, we're just funding the Vic titles.
Well, the Vics now have got 30s, 40s and 50s.
Yeah, this year was the first year.
Yeah.
Well, not the first year for 50s, but because they had it for a little while, but only 6 of us did the whole series. So then they scrapped it because only 6 of us did it. So, yeah, now it's a little bit different.
Yeah, they got good numbers this year too, which is awesome in all 3 classes.
Talking to Paul Adams, and he goes, you got to come do them. But because I got sick, I just haven't had – I'm fit enough, like I train all the time, but I haven't got the bike fitness to do it. And I'm always running around with Yarrive these days, doing stuff with him. But, like, even from then, like, we're still racing. Like, I still race Yarrive. We do night races at Bacchus. That was good fun.
So there's a little bit of an age gap with you and Yarrive, but did you guys race against each other? Not
as kids.
Yep.
I think when I stopped in 92, Yarrive probably started. So I never actually got to race Yarrive. But from all accounts, he was quick off the bat.
Yeah, but as vets?
As vets, I've raced him a few times, hate racing him. He rides the way he runs his race team. He's just so passionate. And you get into a first corner with him.
That's a very diplomatic way of saying it.
You get into a first corner with Yarrive and you go, you can have it.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't intentionally do it, but he will take you out. Not intentionally, but he's just so aggressive. It's like, and this is my opinion, he still thinks he's 20-something when he races. And that's fine. And I can get into the first corner with him, but I'll just back off.
Yeah.
I'll just let him have it. There's no way
I love that.
There's no way I'm going to try and tussle with Yarrive to get a whole shot.
Yeah.
Anyone else, not a drama, not Yarrive. So it's nothing against Yarrive. That's just the way he rides.
Yeah.
And he's aggressive. And he's aggressive with what he does day to day. You know what I mean? He just, bang.
I think it's just a mindset.
It's a mindset he has, and he's not going to lose it ever.
Yeah.
Because he misses racing. He told me this year, he goes, I really miss racing. He's spewing he lost his number 1 plate, but who knows? Next year he may race again. But he's had a few injuries, had to deal with it as well. So, yeah, but I've done a few night meets at Bacchus with Yarrive. I was race secretary for one of them, and I rang him up and said, you coming to the night meet? He goes, can you enter me? And I said, So I entered Yarrive, Blair, I think one other, and myself. And I didn't have the money for it, but I just paid for it. And Yarrive paid me back in Yarrive's way. He gave me tyres and whatever else I needed, which he always does. Yeah, so, and he lost Cooper. Couldn't find him anywhere. Oh, he was beside himself. Cooper got out when he was living in Mickleham, when he had that Supercross track there and that.
Yeah.
Cooper got out and couldn't find him, and he was just beside himself. He goes, if I find Cooper, I'll come. He found him. He turned up. So,
sorry, I'm a bit lost. Who's Cooper?
His dog.
I figured it was his dog.
Sorry.
When you say he lost him.
Yeah, sorry. He lost his dog, Cooper.
Yep.
The Cooper was like his son. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So he lost him and found him, and someone gave him back, which was really good. So, so that was that night. Then I think I raced him one more time at Bacchus under lights, and I don't want to race him anymore. Nothing against him. I just don't want to get hurt.
Yeah.
I think that's my mindset now. I love racing, but I'll race as hard as I can while I can do it until I get tired, and I'll just cruise around, finish the race.
Yeah.
I'll still go. Like,
you still ride good. I'll for the listeners that you're being very humble about it, but you still ride bloody good.
Like I said once before, The older I get, the faster I was.
Yeah.
So I still, like, I've lost a lot of corner speed and stuff, but I still love my jumps and I can still do the jumps.
Yeah.
Hence 44 and I was 45.
Yep.
Mark Willingham, he let me out on the Supercross track until Adam Monia got on. He said, once Adam gets on, you're off. Because I wasn't tripling.
Yeah.
And he said, you're not to triple anything. And I was getting a bit annoyed because I knew I could do it, but he wouldn't let me triple. So he goes, and I did a school with him like the week prior to going out and practicing when they had the Broadford track. He goes, when Adam Monia gets on there, you're off.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough because Adam likes to ride aggressively and fast.
He does. I've shared the track with him at Frankston a few times. And, yeah, he rides it like he's the only guy out there.
Yeah, that's what Mark said.
Yeah.
So he goes, the other guys, depends on who it is, you can stay out there with them. But I don't want you tripling. So, because I struggled with the on-off at Broadford. It was really dusty and powdery. I did it a couple of times, but the last time I did it, I tagged the off with the back wheel and nearly went over the bars. Then I didn't do it again. So, but like the bigger jumps, I'll do that. Like if there's a big double, I'll do that. Like remember the whoops I had at Winton? That's where I made all my passes.
Yeah,
I love whoops. They caught me out at the Geelong Supercross. Didn't respect them. Just went into them flat stick. As Emig would say, I got the huckabuck.
Yeah,
cartwheeled through them. That sort of stuffed me up because I did it on the first lap. So I didn't get to practice on the track at all.
Did you ever race like arena cross or anything like that?
Bacchus arena cross.
Yeah,
I did Josh's arena crosses, but when we had the one at Bacchus, I didn't do it. Remember that one? It just peed down with rain on the Friday night. I was there. I sort of took time off work, helped him do stuff to get it ready. And then I was just totally knackered. I said to Josh, I said, dude, and that day's when that guy hurt his back, and my brother was there. He's not a paramedic, but he's close to one, and he's the first one over there. He said, "Don't touch him. He's done his back." So they wanted to just pick him up.
Yeah,
don't touch him. Anyway, that night, during that morning, we had all the juniors out there, and none of them could get through the whoops. And I just stood over there all day picking them up. Before we were supposed to race, I said, Josh, I'm stuffed. I said, I don't race, I'm just going to watch.
Yeah.
So then he
Wise
goes,
move.
Yeah, he goes, I'll just transfer it to Swan Hill. So we went to Swan Hill and I raced Swan Hill. Then I had someone cross jump me and I give him what for at the end of the race. When I passed him, after he crossed, we were down the back because I hadn't ridden much. I had me 250, I thought was the duck's guts. And I just didn't ride it right. It had to be revved and I don't like revving bikes. So, yeah, he went through the whoops. I didn't pass this guy. We went down the back section at Swan Hill. They went round, did a left-hand berm onto a double, and I don't know what happened, but I was sort of there. He just went straight across the front of me. I sort of knew he was going to do it, so I didn't jump it. Then that got me back up. Then I thought, no, you're going down. So I had to stay behind him for most of the track till we got through the whoops. I passed him and took his front wheel out. That I didn't see him after. When he came back in, I actually grabbed his handlebars when he went past me. And he said, I don't care if you bash into me, do whatever you want, but don't cross jump me. Because I had someone else cross jump me once before.
Yeah.
And I nearly crashed. Jessica Proctor. She knows. Yeah. She did it on purpose. She admits it. So, but is what it is. I mean, me and Jess are grouse. I get on well with all of them. So
yeah.
I sort of get sidetracked and find out all these little stories that I remember. I don't know what else. Yeah, so the last few years, I haven't really done a lot of racing. I think the last 2 years I haven't raced. I've ridden 4 times.
Well, you've alluded to it multiple times.
You may as well ask it.
Yeah. About your health issues, but tell me a little bit about that, how that all came about and what happened.
Well, that came about, I think, from Albury when I mechanic for Emma. I just didn't feel right. Then I asked Yarrive, I said, look, I didn't think you wanted me. I just thought you wanted me for the girls' race. He goes, no, I penciled him for all of them. I went, okay, no worries. So after Albury, we went to Adelaide for the state title, and I was going to ride, but I wasn't feeling well. Like, they all went to the track on Friday or Saturday when the juniors were on, and I didn't want to go. I slept the whole time, and we drove there, but I thought, oh, that's what it is, you know what I mean? I'm just tired for driving there. But no, Jack came back and got me, so I went back and signed in. TJ was there, so that was we planned to do it, then the whole team did it. So I was going to ride. Like I said, I did practice. Something wasn't right, so I used the excuse, oh, no, there's 3 girls. I need to look after them. So we did that. Then did Winton state title the following week. And like I was scrunched up in my brother's caravan on the Saturday night, freezing, sweating like a pig. Got up in the morning, felt all right. I thought, I still feel sick, but I don't feel as bad as I did last night. And I actually asked Yarrive if he was coming. He goes, I said, mate, I'll save you a spot, blah, blah, blah. Come. So he came, and I did practice, qualified all right. First race, I was starting to make my way because I got a crap start. That was part of what was going on. And then one of the guys I beat by a fair bit passed me. I knew there's something wrong. But anyway, go home, went to work on the Monday, and I'd already been dribbling coffee down the right side of my mouth.
Yep.
I just thought nothing of it. And
all these little things.
Little things I didn't think anything of. I did think the dribbling was something, but couldn't happen to me. I'm too young. Anyway, I got home from work, and the missus going, you all right? And I've gone, yeah, I think so. She goes, have a look at your face. It's really dropped. And she thought straight away, stroke. And I thought, oh, okay. So I go into the bathroom, looked at my face. I come back out and said, yeah, it is a bit, And she goes, looked at me, goes, are you all right? And I just went, couldn't speak. I knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't say it. So she ran the ambulance, took me to Royal Melbourne. I walked to the ambulance. Yeah. Well, I didn't pass out. I knew exactly what was going on. They put me on a drip.
But that was a seizure that you had?
Yeah. We thought the ambulance guys thought it was a stroke.
Yeah. Because
the symptoms were very stroke-like. In the ambulance, treated me for stroke all the way to the hospital. As soon as I got there, straight into the CT. You got a lump the size of the egg on your brain. I've gone, not good, is it? And the guy just shook his head. And I said, I'm not coming out of here, am I? And he goes, I don't think so. And I lost it. I had no one with me because the missus had to lock all the animals up, so she didn't. I had no one in the ambulance with me. And first person I rang was Mike. So Mike Landman.
Yeah.
So he was pretty good because he'd just been through the same, not that, but he'd had cancer. So he'd just been through it. He's the first person I thought of. And obviously my dad, he's gone. He passed cancer quite a few years ago now. So, yeah, I rang him, and this guy scared the shit out of me. So they took me up to my room, and they put me on tablets to stop the seizures because they said it's 100% it's a seizure that you had, and the egg-sized lump is putting pressure on your speech. So, I don't know, they put me on these tablets, and I never had another one. And one of my mate's daughters works at Royal Melbourne, so she was giving me updates when I was getting surgery. So anyway, she told me you're getting surgery Saturday morning. I've gone, oh no, Talia's racing Sunday. How am I going to do this? And when I got out of surgery Saturday, I stayed awake all night. I couldn't sleep. Then Talia's race come on, and I didn't watch it. I was spewing.
Yeah,
I missed it. Anyway,
I think you had a valid reason.
Yeah. But that was the thing. I just watched this. I just kept watching videos because I couldn't sleep. Had my iPad there. Anyway, yeah, they came in the next morning. They gave me a craniotomy, pulled the lump out. They said it was the size of an egg. And I thought, okay, it's not good. And they said, we think we've got it all. Well, we're pretty sure we've got it all because there was no little dangly bits on it, so it hadn't gone into your brain. But anyway, that's good. So got out of hospital maybe only 2 days later. The doctors came in and wanted to do a balance test on me, and I was a smart ass because I was feeling really grouse, you know what I mean? So there was a nurse station one side and a nurse station the other side with a walkway in the middle. And they go, walk backwards, so I walked backwards, and I've got no balance on my right side because my ear's stuffed. So I'm walking backwards pretty straight, which was unusual. Then told me to hop, step on a step down, close your eyes, do it. Didn't fall down. Then walked from side to side. Then I saw this gap, and I've gone bang straight through the gap, and they grabbed me. They thought I was going to fall over. I go, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm not going to fall over. I just did it because I was trying to show you I had all my balance."
Yeah.
Don't do that. You scared the crap out of me. They said after that, it sat me back in the room. They go, "Well, I think you can go home." So they sent me home, and I think after I had my stitches out, I had 5. I don't have staples. No, I had stitches. No, staples I had staples because like all the way down the right side of my head from pretty much the top down to my ear was just all open.
How big was the hole that they had to...
I don't know. They didn't tell me.
Yep.
I never asked, but I had a lot of stitches. I had probably 4 inches of stitches, 5 inches of stitches where they cut my skull open to get...
Pull it back and
get the thing out. And, they just put it back with titanium screws and shit like that. So, but that's all they found in there was that lump. There's no brain in there. That's all my mates said anyway.
It's just floating around.
That was just floating around. So, so anyway, off all the... they kept me on these tablets called Keppra, which stops you from having seizures. So, got me after radiation and those staples were only in for like 10 days. But they couldn't do the radiation with the staples in the head. So took that out, 5 days straight of radiation. Each time feel like I could smell my head burning. And they had put me in this mask, right? It looked like the Green Goblin. It's got a backing to it, which they bolt to the table.
Yeah.
You put your head on it, then they bolt this mask over the front of you. So you cannot move your head. You can see out of it, and you can breathe and all that. All right. I've still got the mask today. I'll show people every now and then, and they get the radiation straight through that into your head. Maybe I thought, maybe it's just a rubber burn. They said no, it's just scalp, but you don't feel it. You can just smell it. Anyway, I did that for 5 days, then put me on immunotherapy, which is an equivalent. It's a new drug that they're using instead of chemotherapy.
Yes.
So they put me on that, and that's pretty aggressive. There's 2 bags. One bag is really, really super aggressive, and there's another bag that you can continually have for 2 years, which I did. But the main one, normally some people can get 4, some get 3, some only have 2. I was on to my 3rd one, and I was just about to have my 3rd one, and it was a week before Coolum, and I said, "You're not going anywhere." My temperature was nearly 40 degrees, and I stripped off before I got to Peter Mac, and to cool myself down, because at that time they were still having the heat sensors on you. If your temperature was too high, you weren't allowed in. So I got my temperature down enough to walk in there, and they saw me, because they always interview you before you have your immuno. Mate, you're not having this, just staying here. So I had to ring Triana, who was the girl at the time at Hondo, and say, "Look, I can't leave with the team on Thursday or whatever day it was. Friday. I couldn't leave with Friday because they keep me in hospital again. What do I do?" And she goes, "Are you still coming?" And I said, "Yeah, can you change my flight to Saturday? Leave it with me." Anyway, they changed my flight because Yarrive was going up Saturday as well.
That's commitment, dude. Like, that is...
Oh, mate. Yeah. I was not out of hospital 24 hours. I was on a plane to Coolum. And my oncologist didn't want me to go. She was arguing with me. And at that stage, I wasn't on any other tablets except steroids. And, I was maybe 5 kilos lighter than what I am now. I've been pretty lucky. I haven't really put a lot of weight back on. Yeah. So I was on the phone to them, a blood test every 2 days, just to find out where my blood levels were, because they said what I've got while I was up there, what's called, I've got a stuffed adrenal gland. It won't heal itself. So it's like a dog when it gets Addison's disease. It's the same disease.
And that's from the immunotherapy?
It's from the immunotherapy, because immunotherapy attacks all your organs, as I was saying before, and anything foreign in your body it will attack, but it also attacks that organ.
Yeah.
And that adrenal gland was stuffed. It's unrepairable. So now I'm on tablets for the rest of my life. But before they put me on these tablets, they had to put me on steroids to bring my body back to where it should be. And that was like 85 milligrams a day of steroids. That's a lot.
That can knock you around too.
I didn't.
No?
No, because I was up with the race team.
Yeah.
I've probably felt a little bit off on Saturday night when I got there. I had a blood nose. I didn't tell anyone. And my nose just wouldn't stop bleeding. I gone, oh shit, maybe I'm hemorrhaging or something. But that was nothing. It never happened again. And I never get blood noses. You can smack me in the nose and it won't bleed for some reason. Anyway, yeah, so counting down the steroids till I got home. Then they put me on these hydrocortisone tablets once everything's stabilised, which is I'm on now for the rest of my life, which is quite a high dose actually. It's probably 24 milligrams a day, which is a quite high dose of hydrocortisone. That's to regulate my body temperature. But the immunotherapy, because it attacks your organs and stuff, it brings on arthritis early as well. So I have noticed, like you saw me when I walked in here today, I've been lifting glass today because I'm a commercial glazier, and there's only a few panels, but my back was killing me. It was all right in the car, but as soon as I stand up, so anyway, that's that. So now I'm on that for the rest of my life. So I've got to keep remembering to take my tablets.
So what type of cancer was it?
Melanoma.
Yeah. And had you had like skin cancer before? Or anything
Yeah,
like
I've
that?
had skin cancer on my arm and on my head. I've had a couple of what they call basal cells, which is a benign cancer on my face. Just years of playing cricket, been out on the motocross track, doing tracks and stuff, because I did the track at Bacchus for a long time with them. So back then they didn't have the Bobcat, that was all enclosed, and it was an open Bobcat. So, yeah, all that is all taken its toll. And I never used to wear a hat. Back then, you know, sunscreen for us was baby oil and go sit in the sun.
Yeah.
Everything's cool. You know, you come back looking like a lobster.
Coconut oil.
Yeah, coconut oil. Doesn't matter. It smells good. But that was that, you know what I mean? So that's what it was. And if people that don't know, most 90%, 99% of melanoma ends up in your brain. So that's where it tracks to. So if you've got skin cancer, get it checked.
Yeah.
Or if you think you've got it, get it checked and get it. Mine was stage 2, both of them. I'll say stage 2. It wasn't quite stage 2, but I'll say stage 2. Stage 3 gets a bit nasty, and stage 4 they can cure that now if you get it early enough. But yeah, they were pretty confident that I would get cured from it. So,
but not in the beginning.
No. Like my first doctor that took the biopsy on my arm rang me while I was driving home and said, "You need to come in here now. It's not very good news." I'm driving a car home. You don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting in a car bawling me. I think I'm going to die. I rang the missus, said, "You got to come with me because I just can't deal with this." Anyway, that doctor got the sack. So that was from the biopsies. But I've got a really good team at Peter Mac now. So they look after me. Like I get MRIs were every 3 months and PET scans every 3 months. Now they've pushed them out to 4.
Yep.
Nothing's come back, which is really good. So that at this stage they've got everything.
And this was 2 years ago that around
2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And just at the end of May in 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, 2023. So they wanted to push me out to 5 months, but they thought, we'll just give him one more 4 months. Then next year I'll go to 5 months, and I get a skin checkup. It was every 3 months, and he's pushed me out to 6 months. So, and like, because we've got a history of cancer in the family, and my dad passed away of bowel cancer, so I have to get the camera job done.
Yeah.
So I had that done as well, which it's not intrusive at all. Like, you don't even know it's been done.
Is that every year?
No, every 3 years.
Every 3 years, yeah.
Yeah, so I had one of them not so long ago, I think April, and that's a good clean out too. that gets your weight, gets your weight off you.
Yep.
Everything that you thought you got rid of, it's still there.
Yep.
So, but yeah, and other than that, I mean, touch wood, everything's going to be okay. Like, I've got another 16 months. Then we don't do it here in Australia, but if everything goes good, I can ring the bell as they do in America after 5 years.
Yep.
So, yeah, but that's part of that, and that's another reason why I don't ride so much. I sort of got more into the mechanic side of it with Yarrive, and I just sort of, I mean...
How has it affected your riding?
Hasn't.
Yeah.
I just get tired.
Yeah.
A bit earlier, that's all. Because the onset of the arthritis and stuff hurts. It doesn't hurt the body, but I tend to get tired a lot quicker. So, but that could be just because I haven't ridden much. Like, after the operation, I was beside myself. I thought, how can I never be able to ride again? And I think after the radiation, my head stopped hurting, which was 2 months. I was back on the bike. And the missus took me out because I wasn't allowed to drive, because if you have a seizure, you're not allowed to drive for 6 months. So missus took me out to Muskerry, and she took a video of it. I said, can you video this? Just, you know.
I remember seeing this, actually, yeah.
Got the bike out there with the Mossy number on it, and which, don't get me wrong, I like Matt, but I don't like the number. I've got 11 now, so Hogs is happy. But it's a V11 Hogs, not 11. But yeah, she took me taken off, and the first 3 jumps, as if you've been to Muskerry, 3 tabletops that gradually get bigger. They're the biggest jumps on the track.
The third one is, yeah.
And I just hucked them first lap. I got, if I'm going to hurt myself, I'm going to do it.
Yep.
So I'm just going for it. I was just so angry that all this happened. I said, it's not going to stop me. And I proved it. I've done everything on the first lap. Done the triple in on the quad, almost overjumped it. And everything else on that track was really slippery that day too. It was sunny and warm. But yeah, hucked everything on the first lap. As they say, I greased it all. Hit my marks. And having not ridden for 4 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought.
That's pretty standard for me.
Yeah, well, it is for me now. I think the last time I rode was April.
Yeah.
Just before I had the colonoscopy, I rode. My daughter, I went out by myself, because all my mates, they don't ride anymore, like over my side of town. Most of them, this side of town still ride. You know, like Tim Lucenkamp and DC and those type of guys, they all still ride. I noticed that DC slowed down a little bit in the last few years, which is good, because I did battle with DC out at Tulane one year. We had a ding-dong battle. It was the best racing I've ever had. With clean,
yeah,
try and take each other out.
He's a very clean rider, yeah.
But it was Gippies versus the Northerns, and I was obviously the lead Northern rider there, and DC was the lead in the vets thing, and we just had the 3 of the best races. He got me on all 3. I think I might have won one of them. I don't know, but it was that close. It was, and ever since then we've been mates.
He's a legend.
Yeah.
Love DC. Yeah.
Yeah, top guy. So I mean, even a couple of other guys, like even Paul Adams, you know, they all ride, but I'm over that side of town. You know what I mean? The closest track for me was Park 4 or Muskerry. It's the same distance for me.
Yeah.
Or Ravo. And I've got a couple of friends that go to Ravo, but they're all young guys, they're all fast. So I like to ride with guys my own age. I mean, I don't mind riding with the fast guys, but I've still got this conscience of making me look crap. You know what I mean? I think I'm okay. I'm not the best in the world anymore. I'm nothing like I used to be, but as long as I can get around, do me jumps. The only thing I haven't done in Ray is that triple, and I so wanted to do it. The last time I went there, I was on a 250 though, and not many guys do it on a 250, and I thought, hang on, I'm a vet, better not try it. And like Rudd just went straight past me on the 450 and just hocked it straight away. I go, I so want to do this. And the only time I wanted to do it, there's a guy in front of me. I was set up. I come out the corner perfect on the 250, and I've gone, I've got this. And the guy just straight in front of me.
Yeah.
So I never tried it again. I still haven't done it. That's something I want to do. I don't mind Ravo. Ravo's a good track.
So now that we've got the over 50s in the Vic Series, are we going to see you have a crack?
If I can get some riding in, training's fine. If I can get some riding in, like, it just depends on what I've got going on with Yarrive. You know what I mean? Like, I sort of prioritise that more than riding. Like, when I first started, Yarrive wouldn't let me ride because I'll be honest, I was a bit of a hothead when it comes to riding. I didn't know my own I did know my own capabilities, but I was still living in the past. You know what I mean? I thought I could win everything.
Yeah.
Like I was when I was a kid. But I've soon realised when Rudd, Yarrive, DC, and half a dozen other guys in the Gippies that just smoke me, I've gone, it's a bit of a reality check. So now over 50s. I wanted to do it this year, but to be honest, business hasn't been as good since I got sick. I've had a few things financially go wrong with the business through one reason or another, and it hasn't really picked back up to where it was. I think the economy's got a lot to do with it as well, but it just hasn't got back to where it was.
Yeah.
And where I could just, I want a new bike, I'll go and get it. I haven't bought a new bike for 2 years because I can't afford to. Not that they're too dear, the business just won't let me do that.
I can tell you now, that's not just your business. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I go out, I'll be on a 23 and there'll be 26s out. You know what I mean? Which is not a big deal in the vets. I mean, it's a stock 250, stock 450 with an Acro on it. No get ignitions anymore. Powley doesn't do them anymore, so I can't get ignitions unless I go to MX store and pay through the nose for them because Powley always used to look after me. But yeah, and do my suspension. Doesn't do that anymore either. I've got to find someone else to do that. I think my Bruce Linsdale said he might do it for me. So
yeah, Adam at Fastline in Warrigal was good too.
Yeah,
and a sponsor of the podcast. So
yeah, okay, yeah, you've got to do that. Throw that in. Where's he at? Warrigal.
Warrigal, yeah,
maybe a little bit far. I thought Cooey Rup was far, especially where I live in Lancefield up near Kilmore, and it's a bit of a trek. You know what I mean? So, but you never know. If we can meet him somewhere, we might give it a crack.
Yeah, he actually gets around, and he one thing I do love about Adam, and this isn't just a spiel, he goes to the track afterwards, meets up with riders
that's good up. Because like Powley did it.
Yeah.
I was with one guy before. He just said, "Tell me what's wrong with it, I'll fix it." All Tech did it for me. They come to the track, but this one other one, very well known one, just because I was a vet. Who cares?
Wasn't interested. Yeah,
wasn't interested. I had trouble with my shock. Forks were too hard. Like I got a really good setting with Powley, and I put Del Soggio inserts into my shower forks. Best thing ever done.
Yeah,
closest to an A kit you'll get with just normal forks. They just the front of the bike just tracks wherever you want it to go. They just stays planted.
Yep.
So it's really good, and I like the back of the bike a little bit loose, and Powley's sort of set it up so it's not loose, and it sort of restricts me a little bit. So he put a lowering link on it, a cruise tune lowering link. I had it on my 250. It was all right on that, but I don't really like it on my 450. So I'll get rid of that, put the stock link back on it, and whoever we get to, might even take to a trial gun. You never know. I've got mates down that way.
Yep.
Tom Carroll lives down there. I can go ride at his place.
Yeah, for sure.
Tom's a good bloke. He does all my stickers.
Yep.
And he's such a grouse guy. Anything I want, nothing's a problem. Just does it for me. He's been looking after me for 10 years. I think before the arena crosses, when Josh had the arena crosses going, I was on the 250. I just couldn't get a setting because I didn't have whoops. So he had a small set of whoops at his place. So him and Bruce just took me out on the whoops and just smashed me on them.
Yep.
And I let Tom ride the bike as well. So Tom would have a better feel on Supercross whoops than what I would, because I knew Josh was going to have semi-Supercross whoops.
Yes, yeah.
So I had to get the bike set up for that. And we got the front well, but I just couldn't get the back right. And it just made it really hard for me to get through whoops. And I love whoops. Whoops is my favourite thing on a track.
Same, yeah.
Like the ones at Hastings. No one would hit them. Powley hits them.
The old ones, you mean?
The old ones, yeah.
I loved them.
They were the best. Like,
I agree.
I'd catch Powley through them. Powley would be past me and pull away. As soon as I hit the whoops, I'd gain half a bike on him.
Yeah.
Then he'd pull away again. That's the only place I could get anywhere near Powley. But everyone on motocross suspension too, like I didn't stiffen it up. I go on, how good is this? If you didn't hit them hard, they were very hard to use, to go through.
Yep.
And if you hit them hard and you knew what you're doing, perfect. But I've had Lewis Woods teach me whoops as well, and he's sort of going through it. Alex Woods, his brother as well. Tom, a lot of people, because we had decent whoops at Bacchus at one point. So we always good on whoops, always. And then obviously, if you don't respect them like I didn't, they'll get you unstuck. So, but we had a really long set of backers. I think it's 13, 14 whoops in it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They were big. They weren't big, but they were sharp. So you had, like, Woodsy's on a 250. You know that 250 sound through the whoops? Bah, 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 bah. Yep. Oh, so good. And the 450 and the 4 strokes through it as well. Just love that sound going through the whoops. But, yeah, whoops were always something that I loved to do. But who knows? We might get back to it one day.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I'd like to come out. Like I really want to go back out to Hastings and ride with Tim and DC, and because they're the only guys that I used to race with are still racing.
Yeah.
And Paul Adams and Dean Butler and a couple of those other guys out that way, and they're all grouse guys. You know what I mean? And I just sort of want to ride with them again. Just even if they book me ass, I don't care. But
did you ever ride with Adam White?
No, thank God. I've seen how fast he is.
He goes good, yeah.
Oh, he smoked everybody in the vets.
Yeah. Yeah, he's riding real well.
He's got a daughter or...
Yeah, Clea.
She rides too.
Yep.
She's not bad either. Apparently.
Yeah, she goes good, yep.
Yeah, but I think he lapped nearly everybody, didn't he, in the vets?
Yeah, he goes pretty good. I wouldn't say lapped everyone, but yeah. And he's real smooth.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that doesn't look like he's going
too,
fast. Yeah. Used to be, yeah.
Yeah,
yep.
That helps. My biggest thing is off-road helps motocross.
I hate
off-road,
say that.
but
yeah.
I don't like it.
Yep.
I don't even like watching it. I won't even watch it on TV. Supercross, motocross. And to tell you the truth, I don't really watch a lot of... I watch the motocross with Jet, but I won't watch the 250s because there's no Aussie guy in it. Even though I love Joe Shimoda, I'll watch Supercross all day, every day. Unless I'm doing motocross, I won't watch it. Like, Yarrive said to me last year, he goes, "Oh, you can come out for the last round at QMP if you want. I'll just come and hang out with the team." I went, "Nah." It's Mark Slater rang me out and goes, Come. I went, "No." I said, "I can't stand there and just watch the motocross. It just does my head in."
You want to get involved.
I want to be involved. I can't stand there and do nothing. Like, even when I stopped riding that day at Winton, I swung off bloody pitboard for Yarrive.
Yep.
He didn't ask me to do it. I couldn't stand around and do nothing. And then, Yarrive says to me, "Oh, I haven't got a rider for you." And I went, "Okay." And left it at that. You know what I mean? I just can't, unless I'm involved with a headset on. It's probably maybe not a good thing, but I just need to be involved on the track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love,
you love being amongst it.
Yeah, Supercross doesn't bother me. I'll watch Supercross. I'll go and watch it. But motocross, maybe if you took me to America, I'd go out and watch one round like Redbud or something like that. But I wouldn't go to all arounds and watch them like these diehards do, which is grouse for the sport. Redbud would be awesome to go to.
Well, speaking of 250s, just going back a step, Brodie Connolly next year in the States. Are we going to see him over there? I think he's scheduled to go Supercross.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't heard. But he's scheduled for Supercross. Quad Locker doing outdoors full season, I heard. That wasn't from the team either. I've just heard that through
the grapevine,
social media and stuff. But, yeah, I don't know what 450 riders I have, but I'm pretty sure, from my understanding, that there's a pathway for Brodie to do outdoors as well.
That'd be sick, yeah.
On a 250, and he's taking Jai with him.
Yep.
His mechanic. So, which is good because they're both New Zealand kids. And Jai's a grouse guy. Like, he's a super good mechanic. Yeah. So they seem to click. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yep.
Which is good. But yeah, I think Brodie's going to do some of our Supercross as well, from what I heard. And obviously he's doing World Supercross. So that's what I was told.
Yep. I've heard the same thing, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that all goes well for him. And Jai, Jai's been hanging to get out to America to mechanic. So he got his chance this year for those last rounds. And I haven't spoken to him. I haven't spoken to any of them except for Mark, since they've been back. So, and they're up at Darwin now. So, I think Mark, Yarrive, Caleb, Ferguson, who's Charlie's mechanic, and Charlie are up there. I think only the 4 of them went up.
Yep.
So, from my understanding, who knows? Jai may have gone up because he wanted to go. I don't know. And the other boys. But I was going to call over today, but I thought I'd be finished by 10 o'clock. I thought, that's a bit early to come over here. I'll just go see the boys in the factory, then head over. But it didn't work out that way. But I'll get there eventually. Like I say, it's such a long drive. I'll go to work from Lansfield to Melbourne's an hour.
Yep.
Then if I go to the factory, it's another 35 minutes after work, which I was doing a couple of years ago. With me being the way I am, I'm just getting tireder. Like, I can do a race day and the day before, but when I come home on the Monday, I'm just
cooked.
I'm cooked for a day. Then I'm fine again. You know what I mean? So I just need that rest. But it's been pretty good. Like, we have our dinner at the track on Saturday night at the truck. Then we're
it's a very family-esque affair, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. It's just crappy when it's cold. But Yarrive took us when we did Canberra. He goes, "We're not having dinner at the truck. We're going to the restaurant." And same as at Toowoomba, we didn't do it at the track. We were going to, but it's too cold. So we went where we were staying. They had a conference room, so we had it in there. And then what we do at QMP, I think we had tea at the track at QMP, but that was over the 2 days. I think might have even had it there. We didn't have it Friday night. We went out for tea, but we're finished. We're out of there at 7:30. So, and we're up at 5 the next day after working 12 hours. So that's 7. I just go home. I'll go back to the room, and I'll watch a little bit of TV. Then I'll just go to sleep, and that sets me up for the next day. So I'm fine.
You have to,
Yeah, but like when I first started, I didn't go out with the boys because some of them used to go out. I just used to go back to the room and watch TV till midnight, get up at 5 because I wasn't mechanicking the first part of when it first started. I could, off we go.
Yep.
No dramas, and I'd be fine to go to work the next day because I've only been doing this since I worked for myself.
Yes, yeah.
So, because it's too hard if you work for someone. Oh, I need to take this Friday off.
Yep.
And like a week in the last round, you got to be up there for 10 days.
Yep.
I didn't have to be, but Mark said to me, "Oh, can you stay? It'd be more fun." It's less work for those boys that have been prepping, whoever it is that preps the extra bike each week. You know what I mean? It's just I did it.
Yep.
So I think the only one had their bike pulled apart completely was Kyle, because Declan's just anal with everything. He had to change the top end on it. So, but we checked everything, the valve clearances and stuff, and every bike was fine. It's just Declan wanted to change the top end, so he did it. But he did it pretty quick. Mark helped him do it, just made it even quicker. So, not that Declan can't do it because he can.
Yeah.
He can build an engine. So, he's really good. So, yeah, it's just one of those things. We just stayed up there for the 10 days. Wish it had been warmer.
It wasn't too bad, I think, because I've done that the last 3 years, and this year was probably the most pleasant, I think, apart from Toowoomba. Obviously, we had a couple of days of just horrid weather.
Freezing.
And then I don't remember Toowoomba being that cold.
No, I knew it was cold.
No, but I don't remember it being that cold this year.
Oh, no, it was cold. Yeah. But I feel the cold a lot more
now
because of what's going on. It's like when I get on the jet ski, I jump in the water, and for the first 2 or 3 minutes, I'm freezing.
Yep.
Then my body acclimatises to it, and I'm fine. So I'm trying to get the missus to move to Queensland, but she won't do it. Just so I can get the warmer weather on me.
I understand, man.
Not because I like Queensland, it's because I just think it's the climate that I'm going to be more comfortable, not get as tired, and be able to work. You know, like, because I don't mind getting up early for work. Like today, I was up at 10 to 4 to start at 5.
You're mad.
Then come here.
Yeah.
And I'm not tired.
Yep.
And but if I go home after work, if I start at like I did today and get home at 2, 3 o'clock, I'll sleep for 2 hours. But because I knew I had to come here, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was a bit coming here, naughty. I thought, do I pull over at I don't know what's the name of that place where they're doing the roadworks? When you get into the trees.
Oh yeah, like
Kilcunda.
Yeah.
I was going to stop there, but they're doing roadworks, and I'm going, I'll just keep going. Then I thought, I'm tired a little bit. Maybe I'll just stop at Macca's, and it's taking me towards Macca's, and I'm going up the street before. No, we'll go straight here. So, but yeah, I'm getting there. Like, because Yarrive said to me in 23 when I was there, he came home for the week after QMP, before Coolum, and he sort of had a meeting and we were discussing the riders we wanted for 24, and we all put our hands up for the two we got. And I was more of an advocate for Noah, you know what I mean? Because me and Noah get along grouse. And I thought, Noah, and Alex was there too. Like, I didn't know Alex, but I knew he was good.
Yeah.
So I said, they're the two. Then Yarrive turned to me, after that he turned around and he goes, should you be here? I said, I'm doing everything I need to do. I'm not tired. I'm not doing anything wrong. No, should you be here? And I said, yes. Not saying the doctors told me I shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But, the doctors were adamant I wasn't going. And the missus was adamant I wasn't going. I said, well, you ain't going to stop me, I'm going. So I committed to something, and it's bikes, move hell or earth.
To make it happen.
You know what I mean? I'm going to Coolum for the 10 days, and no one's going to stop me.
Yep.
Not even cancer's going to stop me.
Yep.
Which I didn't have at the time anyway. It's all gone.
Yep.
So I'm at the moment cancer-free, so it's touch wood it stays that way. But, yeah, it's just dealing with it and dealing with work, and it's a very big mental thing for me too, because my headspace is okay now, but when it first happened, my headspace was all over the joint. I was just thinking, first MRI, it's going to come back. Second MRI, it's going to come back. Third, it's going to come back. Fourth, no, it's things are going too well. It's going to come back.
Yeah.
And I've just been lucky it hasn't. So
yeah. Did Moto and even the mechanicking side of things was that like a good distraction for you through that as well?
I don't think of nothing else when I'm at the track.
Yep.
I've got a rider to look after, and it's my responsibility that he doesn't get hurt. That's all I think about.
Yeah.
Even when I'm riding, I don't think about it. It's just, you know yourself, you ride, you don't think of nothing else.
I've said it a million times. It's like meditation.
When I quit
the
first time, when I was 18, 19, I was riding around going, I don't want to be here. So I quit. I stopped riding altogether. I think I stopped totally for 6 years. Didn't even go to a track, didn't look at a motorbike, didn't watch Supercross or anything. And what got me back on was I went to Supercross at Tennis Centre, saw Chad.
Yep.
That was it. I've got to be back. There's an Aussie guy. He's doing good. How old was he then? He was 19, 20, 21, whatever he is. And he was smashing McGrath. I've gone, no, I've got to ride. It's just brought that bug back.
Yep. Lit the fire.
It never goes away.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
The competitiveness doesn't go away, but I've learned to deal with there are faster guys out there, whereas before the mentality was there's no one faster than me. I'm going to win all the time. When I say that, I get a whole shot. Then I just go slowly backwards. And I say to the guys, I said, I'm on today, I'm going to get a whole shot. And I'll push my way through to the front. And within two corners, like Corey Vanderley's passed me, Yarrive's passed me, half a dozen other guys have passed me, my mate Frank Cambria's passed me. And I've gone, I've done what I wanted to do.
There is no shame. The names that you've just said, like Corey's a good mate of mine.
Corey's grouse.
Yeah. Yarrive can obviously ride well.
Yeah.
There's no shame in getting passed by those guys.
Frank Cambria used to be a very good A-grader when he was younger. And, he was being so good to me, that guy. Like, at his house in Leopold, when I got new bikes, Rob Dog, come out and ride your bike at my joint. Then I used to thank him on the podium at Barrable, and he goes, no. Everyone will want to ride here. I said, no, mate, you're doing the right thing. I've got to thank you. So I thanked him, personally, but I had to announce it. Yep. You know what I mean? I think 4 bikes in a row I went to his place to run in, and I did his track for it. Like, Josh fixed his track up for him, Proctor. That's when Josh first started doing it. And I helped Josh do it, just bits and pieces. Josh did most of it. And I just did little bits and pieces. And, I hired a Bobcat out of my own pocket because Josh had his, but he needed to go quicker. And I said, I'll just hire a Bobcat. I don't care. Mind you, business I only just started, and it was a bit iffy whether I should do it or not. But ever since then, Frank goes, you're the only one that's ever really done shit like that for me.
Yeah.
Now, forever. He's sold the place now, but me and Frank just, he does so much. So You know, even like Sean Brunton, heard of him? He's up in Queensland. He used to race younger vets down here. He's A-grader. He rides with McCoy when he rides.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, he rode the last one at Coolum.
McCoy, yep.
Yeah, he rode with him behind him.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, he'd have to rip because DMC still rips. So.
Doesn't he what?
Yep.
He's a legend, that guy. But, yeah, he's like...
There's a guy with a never say die attitude.
Yeah,
yeah.
I still believe one day that guy will walk again.
Yep.
And Taylor Eve as well.
Yes. Oh, she's making
I watched the
gains,
video of it before I came here.
Yeah.
And she's making good grounds.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think she went over a jump and miscued or something. But, like, she was really good for the women's motocross. And she was getting...
massive advocate. Yep.
Yeah, she was getting Indy, Dylan's missus, to come out to Winton and that with her and stuff like that with girls only ride days and stuff like that. Like, Indy's still good for women's sport as well. She's more Alpine Star than anything else. And she goes all right too. Even she was catching me the day I got sick. I went, no. Indy can ride though.
Yeah.
And Winton's an easy track, but you got to know where to ride fast and where to slow down on it. And she didn't know where to slow down. Broke the wrist, went through the tyre wall.
Oh.
First race back after she injured herself. I was on the race she injured herself at the first time. And she went to Winton, snapped it again. I think it was at Winton as well. Went straight to the tyre fence. My brother goes, she was catching you. I said, I know. I was so tired. Like, I was not training at all. Smoking like a chimney, eating the wrong stuff, and like 2 laps and I was buggered. 2 laps I was fast.
Yep.
After that, I was slow. And like, she was the leading girl and she was just catching me hand over fist on the 3rd lap. I'm just lucky it's lucky for me she hit the fence, but it's bad that she hit the fence, you know what I mean? And she's a grouse kid, like she always talks to me. She doesn't talk to a lot of people. But she talks to me, Dylan talks to me, and like, we're all sponsored by the same group.
Yes, yeah.
Like Gas Moto. So, and like Troy's grouse, like he'll put stuff up on Instagram and tag me on it. Then he knows I'm going to repost it.
Yes.
That's his outlet down here.
Yep.
So I send people up there all the time. You want a bike? Just go up there. It's a bit of a drive, but he'll look after you. And he does. So his dad didn't really look after me. You buy a bike, because he's good mates with Pip Harrison.
Yes, yeah.
Troy's dad. And, and Troy's sort of, he's coming around, like Troy was like his dad, like, no, this is the price, you pay it. Now I get family discount. Even though my nephew doesn't work there anymore, I still get family discount. So
nice.
He's grouse. But we talk all the time, so.
So what's next for the Rooster 2025 and beyond?
Hopefully Supercross. We've got a few guys coming out from the States. Don't know whether JB's going to ride. You've probably seen his arms in a bit of a cast on the JB and AC show.
Oh, I haven't seen that. That's obviously a recent thing.
Yeah, I think it's just fractured. It's not a cast. It's a brace.
Yep.
Just on the wrist. So I don't know whether he's going to ride. No, JB probably will.
We've still got to weigh. I mean,
you'll weigh it
still
up.
3 weeks.
Still 3 weeks. Who knows with JB? He may ride, he may not. We've got our normal guys that are all doing Supercross. Christian Craig, obviously, is with Quadlock. He's
so he's going to do some of the Australian series as well?
I believe so.
Yep.
It'd be silly for him to come out for all that time and not do any Supercross, then go race World Supercross. You know what I mean? So I would assume he's going to do some Australian stuff. Same with Joey, Dino, McElrath. Yeah, I don't know what their program is at all. They may do all of it. They may do some of it. I got no idea. I heard that we may have Tiger Wood. I don't know for sure. Yuru's probably the best person to ask that. But like I say, he's up in Queensland at the MXGP, or Darwin. So we don't know anything until he gets back, because officially we haven't started Supercross training.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Until next week.
MXGP's finished, yep.
Yeah. So like Charlie's the only one racing. So, but Wilson's been training up in Queensland with Caleb while he's been up there, and since he's been back. I think Charlie only got back into Australia this week. So I think she's going straight back. I don't know. I heard that she's staying over there. I don't know if it's true or not. she'll do all the women's rounds next year.
Yep. That'd be a great opportunity for her,
100%.
and she's definitely got the skills, so she could do very, very well for herself.
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
Like, she's racing against Lala and my girl, Mikayla Nielsen, KK. She's grouse too. Like, I haven't seen her since April, it was round 1, and she'll put little bits and pieces up on Instagram, and I'll just message her, and within 3 or 4 minutes I'll get a message back if she's awake. So I said to her, last message I said to her, you got to come back and bring Parker with you. That's her boyfriend, Parker Ross, because Parker's undefeated MX3 champion.
Yeah,
but
he's doing all right in the States as
yeah,
well.
he's doing really good. So I just said, no, you got to come back, bring Parker with you. And it was fun. And she enjoyed it. Like, they all enjoyed it. Kaylee Stellings, she enjoyed it. Lala enjoyed it. Lala's not very talkative on the gate, because I tried to talk to her on the gate. I was just trying to relax, because Mikayla, in my ear. Yeah. She goes, I get like that when I'm nervous. So if I talk all the time,
it's because she's nervous.
I'm nervous. So I just let her talk. I said, don't be nervous, just go. So we got along well, me and Mikayla, because she was expecting it like a teenage mechanic.
Yep.
And that's why you re-swapped us. Like, Brody's not a teenager, but because I've been working with the girls before, he thought maybe it'd be better if I have Mikayla and I jump to Wilson in the next round.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Brody could only do one round anyway, so with his schedule, with his off-road stuff. So
that was such a cool event. I had the privilege of shooting the American girls for a Racer X article.
Oh, really?
I've never told anyone that, so...
there you go.
Yeah.
Don't edit it. I want it in there.
No, they used some of my photos. It was in the June edition with Deegan on the front, and they've sold out even their copies, and I have not been able to get a copy. So if anyone listening has a copy of the June edition of Racer X, I want one. You got
to get Weege. Weege will have it for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, like, I don't know. It's just, there's probably 100 other things I could talk about, but probably another time.
We'll get you back.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's good to do this, like, get it out there, let you know what I've been doing, it's not like, yep, I'm a mechanic, I'm just doing that. It's like you said, you've gone back to probably when I was 16 to 58.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, 58. So that's aged me, like, the cancer aged me heaps. Like, my missus goes, you're 58 now. So, gee, thanks.
I thought you were a bit younger for what it's worth. So
thanks. Yeah, we went to a cafe at Christmas last year, and a couple of guys are older than me. One guy's older than me. He's 63. Yeah. And he said to the girl, he goes, how old do you reckon I am? She goes, 55. What about him? 60. I went, what? I said, I'm 57 at that time.
Yeah.
And she goes, nah. And I said, yeah. She goes, you look older. I've gone, that deflated the bloody
I get that all the time. Yeah. The worst was when my old man, he was in hospital, he had cancer, and I was sitting next to his hospital bed, and one of the nurses came in and said, you must be his brother. Old man was 75 years old.
I said that about my mum when I was playing cricket when I was younger. I was in my early 20s, sorry. And my mum turned up, she's all dolled up. She turned up. She goes, did you bring your missus with you? She's my mother.
I reckon that's slightly worse than being.
I know. Like, I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. So, one thing I didn't touch on was Suzuki. I went to Suzuki for 3 rounds of Supercross.
What year was this?
Might have been 18. Yarrive had nothing. I had something going on. No, it was the start of Supercross. Ford Dale had just ridden. Like, he filled in for a few rounds, and Dan, his mechanic, was mechanicking for Gavin Faith. So Gavin's last year. And I knew that someone told me that he wasn't happy with Yarrive. As not Gavin, Dan. And I thought, here's my chance. I said, Yarrive, have you got anything? No. I didn't know that Dan had quit the same day I rang Neil Wilson from Suzuki and said, have you got anything?
Was this for was it the Burners team, or did the Burners team come after that?
After that. Yeah. Burners was after that. But it was Neil Wilson's, Neil Wilson's Suzuki team. Yeah. He'd just gone from Honda to Suzuki. We had Nick Schmidt out that year. So I can't remember what year that was. But anyway, he goes, I can do a couple of rounds for you if you want. I went, yeah, sweet. I'll just see how it goes. So I had Bacchus was round 1 and I had a wedding. So I had to go to the wedding till 4 o'clock. I said, Neil, I won't be here till about 5. I've got a wedding I've got to go to. So I wasn't mechanicking for anyone. I was going to mechanic for someone, I can't remember, or help mechanic Jason Corney for Nick Smith. Then Luke got hurt. Luke Wilson got hurt, his son. So that was, I think we did Adelaide with Neil. And I think that was only 2 rounds with Suzuki. And at that stage, Gavin had broke his thumb and stayed, even though he had a broken skateboard or something. Then Dan quit. Then I couldn't ask Yarrive because I already asked Neil. Because I said to him at the start of the year, because he wasn't sure who was going to mechanic for Gavin. Then Dan popped his hand up and said, yeah, I'll do it. So that counted me out because he's a qualified mechanic, which is fair enough. But I knew he wasn't happy with him for some reason or another, like Dan and Yarrive. They sort of clashed a little bit back then. They're good now. Anyway, Dan quit after the first round or something, and Gavin didn't have a mechanic. But like I said, I jumped the gun because I asked Yarrive at the start, well, do you think I could mechanic for Gavin? He goes, I got no problem with you mechanicking for Gavin. Then, like I said, Dan put his hand up, did it. Jumped over to Neil. Dan left. Could have mechanic for Gavin Faith. It's just the way it goes, I suppose.
The way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it with Neil. Neil was good. I got to meet Charlie Costanzo, Jason Corney. They're both like smart guys.
Yep.
And Neil was just Neil. He's just grouse. You know what I mean? A few other guys on the team, I don't really remember their names, but those two stood out.
Yes.
Because Charlie's got a good name, and Jason Corney, he's a really good mechanic. His son is a really good superbike rider, or not superbike, but road race rider. He's in hospital at the moment. I think he broke his leg. But he's going places, that kid. So, but Jason wanted to start his own team, and I said, I'll put my hand up. I'll come over. You know what I can do, what I can't do. Yep, no dramas, but it never eventuated because he wanted to prove it was him helping Neil win.
Yeah.
Because obviously Neil gets all the credit. So he wanted to step out of Neil's shoes and run his own team, whether it be with Mark Lucic or not. But that's what he wanted to do, and it never eventuated. And, Hunter, his son now, is a pretty good road racer. So I don't think he's back in moto ever again. I know Hunter does a little bit of motocross, but
just cross training.
Yeah, he's just road racer. So that was something I meant to say earlier, but
and you don't know what's going on with you next year.
No, I don't know what's going on. I never know. Like I'm not trying to be nasty, but I'm the last one to know because Yarrive will try and get qualified mechanics before he rings me.
Yep,
and that's always been the case, and I got no problem with it, and he knows that. So. It's always, like we said, we've got this understanding. He'll ring me if he needs me, and I'll go and help him without batting an eyelid. In saying that, if I ring Yarrive and say, Yarrive, I need a set of forks, which he did 2 years ago, because I wanted to keep my Del Soggios and I wanted to piss me 250 off. No worries. How much? And he goes, 600. I said, okay. I was going to give him $600, and he goes, no, don't worry about it. And then I was on the team anyway with Talia.
Yeah.
But I was going to give him the money. But he said, no, don't worry about it. Just like oils, shoes, gear, whatever I want. As long as you ask him, that's where people stuff up. They try and steal from him. Because he's got a lot of stuff in that factory, right? You try and steal from him and he finds out. You're wiped.
Yeah. I can understand.
And
I'd be exactly the same. Yeah,
same. And like I've known Yarrive for a long time, but when I prepped all those bikes when Enticknap came out, he wasn't even there. I was the only one in that factory by myself. I could have taken anything I wanted. But Paolo's across the road, so he could see what was going on. But I had no intentions. Like, this guy's trusting me. Why would I try and steal from him? You know what I mean? And he never thought that, not once.
Yep.
He goes, I don't know why, Cam, I just trust you. And since then, he's like, he knows I'm not going to do nothing wrong. If I ever want something, like an extra top or something like that, I do is ask him. People don't understand. That's the relationship that we have. Like, monetary-wise, I get next to nothing for doing motocross, supercross, but it makes up on the back end where if I need something, like a bike, or I want to go borrow a bike, one of his bikes that he's got in his factory, long as I ask. If there's one there, go for a ride.
Yep.
You know what I mean? If I need something for bikes, if I've got it and I can spare it, you can have it. I think I got clutches off him. I did a deal with Mike Lamman, by the way, who taught me most of the shit I know on dirt bikes. And I forgot to give a mention to Mike. He's one of the good guys out there. There's a few, and he's one of the best. They had a PC piston that they didn't want, and back then when Yarrive was pinching pennies because he had to get his bikes on the track, and he always wanted to win and he wanted the best, but he needed to offload this piston. And Mike rings me and goes, "I got this PC piston top end kit. Do you want it?" I went, "Why don't you guys have it?" He goes, "No, we don't need it. We need the money. We need it to buy something else that he needed." So he had to sacrifice the piston kit. So whatever that cost, whatever it was the price of the piston kit.
Yep.
Which I don't know whether it was too dear or not. I don't care. Yeah, no worries. We went and give them cash and they went and got what they needed. Just things like that, you know what I mean? It's how it all works. It's a fun place, but it's intense, but it's good.
That's what life's about.
Yeah, he's always pushing us to be better than what we were yesterday. And that's just the way he is. That's the way he's built. You know what I mean? People don't see that. They see him as a grumpy old prick. Yeah, he can be. But to us, it's just normal and it's not grumpy. You know what I mean? It's just Yarrive.
On race day. He's probably not like that all the time either.
Sometimes he can be. If he's got a lot on his plate and he needs to get shit done and it's not working, he can be quite grumpy. He's quite snappy. He doesn't mean it. He just does it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And you just deal with it. Like, he'll come down 5 minutes later, he'll been at the cafe, he'll bring back cakes for everybody. That's what he does.
Yeah, there's no malice in it. Yeah.
Nah, it's just Yarrive trying to get the stuff done he wants done.
The right way.
People just have the wrong perspective of him. People that know him know what he's like. Same old Yarrive, you know what I mean? You got to see both sides of the story to find out why he's like that.
And whatever he's doing, man, it's working. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's got more pressure on him now than what he used to have. Because Honda want to win all the time.
Yep.
Jet Lawrence is winning. Hunter Lawrence is winning. Shimoda and Hymus are winning. Honda Australia want to win. And, like, Honda Australia have been 100% behind him from date dot. You know what I mean? He's had offers from other things, I'm sure.
Other manufacturers.
Oh, I'm sure he has. But he's stuck with Honda. Honda's, you know, that's just the loyalty.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, with me, I'll probably never, ever go anywhere else again unless I start up my own team. But then I'd still run it past Yarrive. This is what I want to do. What do you reckon? Whether he says good or bad, I'll probably just do it anyway. But like,
is that a goal of yours?
It is. I'd like to run a team. I've got a mechanic lined up. He's a bit older, Mike Lamman, who wants to come back.
Yep.
But he doesn't want to deal with the big factory team. He wants to do it, not privateer, just like Empire. I don't know why he left Empire. There is a reason, but he never told me. Yeah, just something on that sort of scale, you know what I mean? Not 50 bikes to look after. Like, I mean, if you've been in that factory, come change the season when the new bikes come in, they just roll in. You're pulling them out of the crates, putting them together, and you get stack them down the back. You know what I mean? And you can't get to them.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it's just, he doesn't want to deal with that stuff. He just wants casual, good rider, you know.
Good atmosphere.
Good atmosphere. Just, you know, have a bit of a laugh. When the gate drops, everything's serious. As soon as the gate's finished, we go through what's gone wrong, what's gone right, address it, back to normal, back to having a joke, throwing shit at each other and whatever else. I mean, I have fun with Declan because we were the only two most of the year under that awning in the second truck. But he can get a bit uptight. I mean, he had pressure on him too because, like, first year with Kyle. And
that's a lot of pressure. Yep.
That's a lot of pressure. Like, Kyle's very fussy on what he wants.
Yep.
That's one rider probably. I'd like to mechanic for Kyle, but I don't know whether I'd be able to handle it or not. That's just honest.
Yeah, yeah.
Until I did it, I wouldn't know. And I wouldn't want to put Kyle in that position. Yep, you're my mechanic. Oh, hang on a minute. I don't think I can do this.
Saying that, I mean, if I've gauged anything about you over the course of this podcast and obviously, you know, the conversations we've had before, I think when you commit to something,
I stay there.
You stay there. You'll make it work.
Yeah, it's like I'm not.
So I can't see you like bailing on anyone. Put it that way.
No, I wouldn't. Like, Yarrive could call me every name under the sun, and if he rang me the next day, I'd be there. And I probably deserved why he called me every name under the sun.
Yeah.
Because he's not stupid. He's a smart man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's just, for us, it doesn't stop.
Yep.
Like, from Sunday morning when we get to the track, it's a little bit casual. Like, we might get to watch half a moto of the AMA because the 450s don't start till 9:30. Yep. But probably half an hour, 45 minutes before our moto, mate, we have to be switched on because that's when Kyle will come down or Wilson will come down and they want something done, or they might just chat or something like that. So, chat, Wilson doesn't go in the same sentence, but he's a funny guy. Like, don't get me wrong, he's a grouse guy. He doesn't talk a lot.
Yep.
The boys said to me, he's different. Once he gets to know you, he won't shut up. Well, I've known him for 3 years, like, properly, and he hasn't really said much. So I was sort of always thinking, does he like me? Does he hate me? Or what? Then he talked a lot after he won his round. We were just talking shit,
yep.
just stuff off the top of our heads because his girlfriend was there. Yeah, I sort of went back to the truck, grabbed a handful of Coronas and gave them one, and he goes, yeah, boss, I won. He calls me boss.
Yeah.
I call him boss. I always say to him, no, mate, I'm not the boss. You're the boss. I work for you. You want something done, I'll do it.
Yep.
If I can't do it, I'll get someone else to do it. I got told. He was a little bit funny after it happened, whether I could do it or not. Then they persisted and it worked out. So it was just me getting over the fact that it's Wilson Todd. You know what I mean? So
it cracks me up, I have to say, that you're in the position you're in and you're still a little bit starstruck.
100%. Like,
yeah.
I don't.
It's cool.
Yeah, I don't take. Everybody is different, and
yep.
to me, a rider is up there. Mechanics are always up there too, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, everyone's as important as everyone else. I don't know. It could be, I don't know, what's his name, buddy? Lawson
Townsend.
He could be riding. I could be his mechanic. To me, he's Wilson Todd.
Yep.
He could be Justin Brayton. I don't care. He's riding. I've got to look after him. So to me, it doesn't matter whether it be Charlie, Emma, TJ, one of the other girls that aren't on the team, like Maddy Brown or Megan Bagley or someone like that. They're still, to me, they're Justin Brayton or Wilson Todd.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it. And I think, from my perspective, I think that's the best way to look at it.
I agree, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what other people would think. Oh, it's just Maddy Brown. Doesn't matter. Yeah, Maddy Brown's easy going, but she's still a rider. You still got to look after her.
And what they're doing is awesome, like the level that they're at.
Yeah, and she could possibly win. Like, she rode grouse at QMP for someone that hasn't ridden much in the last 2 years. I spoke to her on the gate. I said, hey. She goes, oh, what? Oh, Cam, how you going? She don't call me Rooster. She just calls me Cam. She was really grateful for what I could do this time. I mean, it was hard for me. I had to sort of shuffle shit around to get her to the races. So, and she borrowed a bike. She had to get bits and pieces. I paid for her. I don't know whether I paid for her entry or a race license because she let it lapse. I said, what'd you do that for? Just keep it. That's what I do. If I don't race, I'm going to keep my race license just in case I want to ride and want to race one day.
Well, she got to keep her number, so that was good.
Oh, she was going to run it anyway.
Yeah.
I think that's gone out the window now, because they made us all do 2 rounds, at least 2 rounds of the state titles to keep our numbers.
Yep.
And I think that's gone out the window.
We've been going for well over 2 hours.
Have we?
So, yeah. We probably should wind it up.
Yeah,
we'll definitely get you back on, and I'm sure there's plenty more to talk about.
Yeah, well, if I do Supercross, we'll get back on and we'll give you the rundown.
Sounds like an absolute plan.
So hopefully I'll get an answer next week, find out what I'm doing, because there's only 2 weeks after that we're going to be running. So I assume, because when I asked you, Reeve, I said, do you need me for Supercross? And he goes, yeah, I will. In one form or another, I'm going to need you.
Yep.
Which I don't know what that means.
All right. Before we wind up, is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to or thank or anything like that?
I'll thank you for a start, Mental4Moto. I think Steve Who else is there? Yarrive for giving me the chance to keep doing what I love. The missus for putting up with me crap because she just hates it when I talk moto all the time. She, all you talk about is moto. But it's what it is. Obviously, Mike Lamman for helping me get to the spot I'm at, and Scott, his son, because if it wasn't for him wording Mike up, I'd probably never ever done it, and I'd be just a washed up person racing around the tracks. Probably not now. I probably wouldn't even be doing it now. So they've kept me going. I mean, obviously my sponsors, Gas Imports and Gas Moto. I always say Gas Honda. Used to be Gas Honda. It's Gas Moto. Honda and KTM. And off-road and side-by-sides and whatever else they do, still and Husqvarna stuff, and I don't know. They do heaps of stuff there. If you even need anything, and doesn't matter where you are, just mention not Rooster, Cam Robertson, and go and see Troy.
Yep.
And he'll look after you. I'd say SP, but he doesn't do me suspension anymore because he's doing his TSP stuff. So there's a heap of people that look after me. I just can't remember them all at the moment. I've done well to remember all this. So, yeah, Steve at Righto Moto, of course. That's what I couldn't remember. So, man, I'm getting old. I'm getting senile. Both you guys have been grouse to me all year. Give me the time, and you didn't have to. So,
likewise, mate.
Yeah. So, but no, shout out to the missus because she puts up with me. Come back from race meetings tired as anything, got nothing done around the house, and which I hate doing anyway. I'd done it all when I first moved there, and I thought, it'll be right. After nearly 20 years there, it's starting to fall apart. So, and me being sick has added to the problem of stuff not getting done. So, but I'm not sick now. Everything's on the mend, hopefully, and well, it is right now, and hopefully it doesn't come back. As she would say to me, it's not coming back. Don't even think about it.
That's right. It's not coming back.
No, she's put up with a lot with me doubting everything.
Yeah.
Doubting me, doubting my life. You know what I mean? I've gone down that track to think that I'm going to do that, but I have, it crosses your mind, you know what I mean, for what I might do. I'd never do. I'm too gutless to do that. But, yeah, I just thank everyone around me, you know what I mean? It's like you said before, it's a family community, Moto. And it took me a long time to realise that. For those of you who have listened for this long, take that on board because it's a family. Yep.
All good?
All good. All right.
Let's have something to eat.
Yeah, bloody oath.
Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. If you like this episode, don't forget to give us a positive review on your preferred podcast platform. Make sure you subscribe to Mental4Moto and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next show. Thanks, Cam Rob. Rooster, Cam Rob.
Rob
Cam.
Dog.
Yep, Rob Dog.
And as the boys have been calling me lately, Rooter. Yeah. Because I can't be bothered saying Rooster.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming into the Moto Asylum to record today's show. It's been an absolute pleasure, man, and we'll definitely do it again.
Absolutely.
Thanks to our partners for this episode, Wonthaggi Motorcycles and Power Equipment, Fastline Suspension, and the September sponsor of our Motocross and Supercross wall calendars, Southeast Pools. And most of all, thanks to you guys for listening. On behalf of Mental4Moto, I've been your host, Pete Wolf. Until next time, see ya.